Why, hello there, and welcome to a stream. Just give me a minute. Hold on, I gotta ping Discord. Give me a second here. Okay. Also, I'm in the just chatting thing. I meant to swap to news and politics on Twitch, but I forgot. Same thing with YouTube. I swapped YouTube. I don't know how to swap Twitch. Like, how do I change off of the just chatting? Edit stream info. Oh, I see. Politics. Done. Okay. Give me a second here. Get all the chats popped up. Hey, biggest of bugs. Welcome. Welcome. Welcome everybody. Hello and hello and hello. This is the stream. The stream is here. I am the stream. The stream is going, and so that is what's going on. So, yeah, hello everybody. Sorry, I'm just like trying to adjust the stream stuff. Anyway, so here I am. I'm here. I know it's not a Monday. It is a Tuesday. And I wanted to say I'm sorry for missing stream yesterday. So if you follow my content, you may be aware that I go to flow arts festivals pretty frequently during the summer. Hello, Banana Brains, welcome. And one of the things about flow arts festivals is that they are in the weekend and you travel home Sunday. But like during a flow arts festival, like you're camping, you're usually under eating, you're in the sun all day, like you're learning. You're like flow arts is a movement oriented thing, right? So you're in the sun, you're learning, you're moving, you're taking workshops, you're going all over the place, you're camping, so it's very physical. And then at night, like the fire circle opens up and you spin fire like all night and hang out around the fire circle. It's very active. And so most of the time during a flow festival, you're underfed, you're underslept, and you're overworked. Or not overworked, but like overplayed, like you go really hard. And so for me, like Sunday, Monday are always pretty much recovery days for me, because the Thursday, Friday, Saturday it's so intense at a flow festival. It's just like in a good way, like it's a lot going on. So um yesterday I wanted to stream, but I didn't get home from the festival until like 10 in the morning on Monday. And I left at like 4 p.m. on Sunday. So I was driving, like I kept having to stop because I was just getting really tired. And I kept having to stop and like I would try to nap in my car somewhere, but like I wouldn't be able to get cozy because like my car was so packed up full of stuff that I couldn't like recline my chair all the way. And so like I had such an impossible time getting cozy. I think I managed to sleep like a total of maybe 2 or 3 hours, but I tried to sleep for like what felt like 5 or 6 hours total. um, it was pretty frustrating, but the travel home was a bit rough, but the festival itself was amazing. Anyway, um, hello, and yes, we will talk about stuff. So anyway, I know it's not my normal day. I know it's all that stuff, but I am here on a Tuesday because yesterday it was just kind of a wash for me. So we're going to talk about I'm getting some weird stuff with stream right now. I wonder if me putting myself in the wrong category kind of created some problems here. Hope you had so much fun. I did have a lot of fun. It was a really great time. I got to help teach. I got to spin a lot. I got to see a lot of friends that I haven't seen in a long time. Many amazing things happened, and I got a lot of sun. Obviously, I am like a lot more tan than I was before I left. Like I don't know if you can tell, but definitely more tan for sure. Yeah, no, it was a great time. It was very refreshing and nourishing for my soul. And like honestly, uh with the state of politics, which we will talk about here in a second, like I don't know, I've realized, oh my goodness, I'm sorry. I've realized that like without the flow arts community, I would probably have like almost no faith in humanity or the future. Like flow arts is like one of the things that uh keeps me going. Oh, here's a fun thing. If one thinks calling a public government figure the Antichrist is uniquely modern, it is not really. At one time, Napoleon was called the Antichrist. Trump is not as good as Napoleon. I'm putting it into historical perspective. Uh, okay. I didn't think it was uniquely modern. I don't know if anyone else did. I don't know if you are saying that you thought that I thought that it was a modern kind of statement. I'm talking about. So let me pull up the thing that I'm talking about with the title and stuff. Might make for a good image to just leave up. I'm sure you've all seen this. So I don't know if oh oh shoot, I don't want a video. What are you doing here? I don't want a video. What the okay, open hold on. Open image in new tab. That's what I want. Thank you. Thank you. And then window capture. Boop. Yep. That is all right. So this is the image that we are oops. Hold on. I just moved everything on my OBS. Let me try to fit this onto the screen a little better. Oh, this AI. This is like some AI garbage poo poo slop image. Um, it's really hard to fit the whole thing in a way that's like not shrinking it too much because it's like a vertical image. That's good. That's good right there. Yeah, such a weird. Ugh. Looking at it up close, like I've seen it, like people talking about it, but seeing it up close is kind of gross. I've seen that picture, and yes, I know. Not my doctor. Okay, yeah, I got you. They passed a law on Tennessee requiring doctors to expose trans people to the state government. I did see something about that. Yeah. Hi, regarding whatever that means, I'd say he's the opposite of Christ's values and teachings. Yeah, I would agree with that as well. I I put the whatever that means statement in the title just basically for clickbait. Essentially, that's kind of why I did it, to be honest. I just thought it made the title sound more, I don't know, clickable or something. But thank you for your contribution. I'm also wait, I'm constantly jealous of your appearance. You have elf ears, so cute. Do I have elf ears, really? I know at like certain angles my ears look pointed, but they're really not pointed. They're like quite round. But like whenever people say that I look like elfish or fayish, it does make me extremely happy on the inside. So thank you for that. But don't be too jealous. Like I think everyone's beautiful in their own way. And it's about finding ways to make yourself feel good in your body. Like, like like everyone's got to find their own sense of style and their own way of taking care of themselves. And like you just got to bring out your own beauty or handsomeness or whatever it may be for whoever is watching. Also, yeah, welcome, people. Alexi the Hyena and Vitriolic Vermilion and DZXN and Ordance and Kate. Uh, the clickbait worked. Here I am. Yes, yes. Trump is literally the sin of pride and greed. Trump is like a lot of sins. But yeah, no, he's definitely not representative of the teachings of Jesus. And so like one thing that a lot of people are mentioning, you may notice this on you can't really see my cursor, which is kind of annoying. But on this picture that I'm showing right now, this is a picture that Trump reposted on his True Social account. Also, hello Sputnik, hello Randy. Um just reading into it, this is just me reading it. It may give us an idea of how Trump sees himself in relation to his base. Yeah. No, I get you. So this is something Trump shared, and he has claimed that he thought this was him as a doctor, which is fucking hilarious because that is so stupid. Like no one believes that. Not a single. How is it that image not blasphemous? It is. it 100 like this is like, and if you notice, like I don't know if I can scroll in here. So you see this thing, this figure behind him here that's like floating in the air, and like you have these like what look like, I don't know, supposed to be like soldiers or something. Like I don't know what the on the ends. Like I don't really know what these figures are like what the silhouettes of these people on either end are supposed to be. I think they're supposed to be like soldiers or like the souls of soldiers past or something. But like this character in the middle is literally a demon. Like you see the spikes coming out of its head and the like fallen angel shit, like that's what kind of what demons sort of are. So like Trump unknowingly reposted an image showing him as the Antichrist, because like essentially the Antichrist is a figure. Like the Antichrist is a person who is trying to convince everyone essentially that they're basically Jesus, but they are actually Satan. So like the Antichrist would be the equivalent of like the son of Satan in as Jesus is the son of God. Does that make sense? So, this image, like, and that's what's so like honestly, like, there's so much to talk about with this image, with all the weird stuff that's thrown in here, but like, this specifically, like, there is a version of this image that has like this character in the background as like an angel, like without the spikes and the demonic shit. But when Trump reshared this image, he got the version of it that is like has the demonic thing on it, which is just super funny. Like I do believe that spirits and energies like interface with the world and influence people, and I do believe that there is some kind of like energetic irony or like there's some kind of like there's some sort of reality to the fact that Trump himself shared an image of himself as the Antichrist when he like if anyone's the Antichrist, I mean like he's a good candidate for it. So I don't know. It's kind of like a Freudian slip, you know what I mean? Like kind of like that kind of thing. But it's emblematic of how narcissistic this man is. Like, and also emblematic of how little he actually knows about the Christian faith, which he claims to be a part of for some reason. Hello, welcome Tally and Joey. His denial of it was hilarious. I am a doctor. Yeah, right. Like, yeah, this is giving doctor, right? No. Like, if you know anything about Christianity, you just look at this for a second. I mean, the glowing hands and the praying and like, well, the supposed angels, but actually demons. Like this is religious iconography in almost every single way that it is done. And so like not knowing that is like super like emblematic of the fact that he just does not know a fucking thing about like the Christian faith, or like he has never seen like a picture of like Jesus with the healing hands or whatever. Like he just, oh my god, it's so it's so funny. Let me see here. Uh, fucking angel figures too. Yeah, being trans myself and also disabled and way too poor. I can't fix my looks to feel good. Can't even afford clothes. It's not about. It's not about. I did want to say it's not about like you don't need to be rich to like love your appearance or like love yourself, and it's not about fixing your look. Like I want to be very clear about the way that I'm talking about this. I'm not telling you to like go spend a bunch of money on a bunch of expensive outfits and do all this stuff to like get hot or whatever. Like that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that everyone, in my opinion, is an attractive person in their own right. And what it is about is understanding and loving yourself and your body in a way that allows you to express your inner sense of appreciation of your beauty and or handsomeness or whatever. So like You can go to the thrift store and get clothes that make you look and feel very good about yourself for almost no money, and you can do things to, like, in your routines to, like, make you feel good about yourself. Like, but it's not about fixing anything. It's not about, like, you're not, like, broken or anything. It's about, like, learning to love yourself and then showing that love for yourself in your expression. Like, that's what I do. You know, like, I'm at a point in my life where I love myself, and I just do and wear and groom myself in a way that makes me happy, in a way that I think makes me feel good about myself, and that represents ways that I feel. Um, so, like, it's more of using styling and clothing and whatever else as an avenue of self-expression. Like, everything is art in a way. Like, I'm an artist, right? I'm a movement artist, but to me, like, everything is art. So, like, including self-expression, like, that's an art form to me. So it's really about, like, learning to express that form of artistic expression in yourself. But, like, again, like, do what you want, you know, like, if you don't wanna do that, like, that's totally fine too. Like, it's all valid, you know? Why are those angelic figures immediately reminding me of Transformers, especially the middle one? That's so funny, Bread Boy. Uh, the only reason they dislike Trump is because he is failing miserably. Trump is everything they stand for. I well, like, well, Christian fundamentalists, a lot of them don't like Trump, but they view him as, like, a vehicle for their agenda, even if he's, like, a flawed vehicle. But, like, isn't that, like, the entire point of, like, the warnings of, like, you know, be warned about, like, Satan and stuff or whatever? Like, aren't you supposed to be, like, wary of that kind of thing? Like, I don't know. Greetings all, welcome back, Leah. Thank you, Turtlebird. I appreciate that. Um, most problems with well, God are that people believe in the conception in their heads instead of seeking the one beyond our reach that can't tell us to hurt others. I think him claiming to be a doctor is more insulting than if he claimed to be God. Yeah, like, him claiming to be that he thinks that this is him being a doctor is basically him saying that he thinks that everyone who has seen this image is a fucking idiot and is not going to immediately think, like, yo, he thinks he's Jesus. Like, 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 he thinks that people are so gullible or like, so easy. Like, one of the when he was confronted about this, one of the things he said about that was, he was like, well, clearly I thought, like, he's like, it's supposed to be showing me as a doctor, and this is the kind of spin that only the fake news media could do or whatever. And it's like, my guy, like, every single person who sees this image is like, this is blasphemous. Yeah, like, I'm not even Christian, and it's like, like, you know what I mean? Like, this is so fucking obvious. Like, the most, like, basic understanding of religious iconography, and you just, like, oh my goodness. I don't know. It's wild. It's absolutely wild. It's so insulting. He thinks everyone's so stupid. Like, where's the quote? Where's the quote?
I love the poorly educated.
He loves the poorly educated. He thinks we're all very stupid. True. I would love to chat with you about spirituality. There's a lot going on there right now. Yeah, I mean, I'm a very spiritual person. If you want to chat spirituality in the chat, I'm all for that. I'm not superstitious, but Trump does fit the antichrist narrative. It's all mythology, but it's funny how cultural zeitgeists bleed together in a bizarre conjunction. Yeah, well, I mean, like, I'm big on viewing religion, which I call mythology, as a tool for understanding spirituality, and for, like, a lot of mythology is allegorical, or like symbolism, that, and like, the point, like, it is pointing at something ineffable. So, like, you know, spirituality, mysticism, religion, whatever you want to call it, like, a lot of that stuff is interacting with something that is kind of beyond our our rational understanding, or something that is beyond our language's ability to describe. And so when you're interacting with the ineffable like that, humans have developed a way of using, like, imagery or symbolism to kind of point at something that you can't really describe. Like, you can't describe the thing in and of itself with words. And so you use something symbolic or allegorical to like point at the general direction of it in hopes that people will look away from the thing that you're saying towards the thing that it's pointing towards for you to like learn that thing. Hi Leah. Hey, Joey, welcome. It's his whole personality. It's why he sticks his name on everything he possibly can. He wants to be the specialist boy. Yep. He thinks he's the most special boy. American Christianity isn't real Christianity. It was invented less than 200 years ago. Has no resemblance to traditional Christianity. Yeah, Christianity has changed a lot over history. It's splintered in denominations and whatever. Did you see Trump getting beat up and sent to hell? What? No, I didn't see that one. My doctor dresses exactly like this. I see no issues. Trump was like, "Who is this Jesus your people were talking about? I'll deport him." Yeah, exactly. Who is this? He is this Jesus? You know, yeah. Antichrist. Every American president except maybe Obama and FDR. Yeah. I mean, like to be the president of the United States of America, you have to be dominating in a system that is inherently uh kind of evil. So, like, I don't know, even FDR and Obama, like FDR was a capitalist. Doesn't that kind of make him a little bit fucking evil? The fact that he wanted capitalistic systems to continue, just he wanted to placate like FDR created the social programs he created to prevent the population from beheading all of the people in power. Like he didn't do it because he loved people or whatever. He did it because he realized that capitalism was about to completely crumble into non-existence and like it was up to him to like do something about that so that capitalism could continue for another 30, 40 years before crumbling. And Obama um he did a lot of fucked up shit. I mean, like, let's be honest. Like, if you look into it, he also did a lot of really messed up stuff. But you know, like that's just kind of part and parcel of like what you said of every American president is kind of like the Antichrist. Like it's just yeah, it's not the brand that matters, but the design. $20 flared leggings the same as $300 flare leggings. Yeah, I am like behind on chat. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me catch up here. You don't have to reassure me about my appearance, but I said something insecure, and now you have to, or you're having to protect others from it. Sorry, no, literally can't afford those fears. No, you're okay. I'm not like trying to reassure you about your appearance. Appearance. I'm just kind of like sort of giving you my take and whatnot. Also, Aliana the Starbard, thank you so much for chatting and being here and stuff. Sorry I didn't see your chat immediately. I am trying to read two different chats. Also, Sea Turtle, thank you so much for resubscribing for 6 months at tier 1. Holy shit. That's awesome. It's been 3. Whoa, 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 whoa. No, that's not real. What? You've been subscribed for 3 months? Have I been on Twitch for 3 months? Is that real? Oh, God. What? No, it's not been 3 months, right? Like, no, no, or it has it? It has. Oh, what's this? $20 super chat, Anton Britta. I'm so sorry I didn't see this immediately. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for the $20. You are amazing. Leah for POTUS 2028. So happy to see you again. Well, happy to see you as well. Thank you so much for the super chat. And I I don't know about that. I don't know about me being POTUS or anything like that. Like again, you have to be kind of an evil person. Like I feel like if I tried to be that like a president or something, I would want death. Like I would desire non-existence. Yay, I cut another stream. Hey Leah. Hey there. Hey there. Welcome, Manic Mutt. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me keep reading. 12th DJT. I love the uneducated. Yeah. I was more offended when he AI'd himself as a Jedi. No, I get that. If you're not religious, I can understand how like this doesn't really matter to you, but he's portraying more than a doctor in those robes and the light in his hands. Yeah, exactly. Like it's so obvious. What a gross image. Sorry, I have to close my eyes. Can't watch. Only listen. Oh, here, I'll move the image away now. We've all seen it. It's all also insulting to doctors, famously modern physicians wearing biblical robes and cloaking. Trump claiming to be a doctor is insulting. Why is the patient Jeffrey Epstein? I actually don't think it looks like Epstein. It looks a little bit like Epstein, but I think it looks more like Jon Stewart. Like I think it kind of looks like if you face mash Epstein and Jon Stewart together, like you would get uh the person laying in the hospital bed outside the hospital in the middle of nowhere. I'm seeing that interview with the Beatles. Uh, I don't know what you're referring to, honestly. You are working so hard to answer every message, and it makes me realize I'm sending too many. Thank you for your efforts, though. Oh, I always read like pretty much all of chat, which is fine. Hey there, Gwen. Welcome. America is a radical Christian state. I'm tired of people saying America is secular and liberal. Yeah, no, I mean America is very Christian nationalist coded. Even if we're not explicitly Christian nationalists, might as well be, right? What you were saying about the function of religion and metaphor and brain is what I have been saying to anybody who will listen. I'm so glad you get it because I'm accused of spiritual psychosis. Oh, yeah, no, I mean, like, if you want to have a healthy understanding of mythology and spirituality, like, read Alan Watts and read Joseph Campbell. Like, read those two authors, and you will get a very well, in my opinion, a very well-rounded, good education on mythology, spirituality, and the connections between symbolism and all this other stuff and whatever. FDR did internment camps. Yep, all presidents were bastards. True. FDR saved capitalism. Uh FDR elongated the life of capitalism. I don't know. I don't think he saved it. I only exempted FDR to extend an olive branch. I get you. No friend of us commies. Can you switch to another image, Leah? Maybe the cute kitty is playing with the ball string or something. Yeah, sorry, I swapped it. I was behind on chat, so. Mr. Obama was drone master supreme. Yeah, he killed a lot of civilians with drones. America wasn't founded on religion. Christians don't know this. They're trying to push laws based off well, yeah, trying to push laws based off religion is illegal, but like Christians have uh kind of disproportionate power compared to a lot of other religions. And then there's also the one nation under God, that kind of shit. Um, and a lot of the like the historical lens we look at through things is very Western Christian, like historical lens. I mean, like America isn't explicitly founded on religion or anything, but we are essentially a Christian nationalist state in a lot of ways. Secular nations don't bring up Jeebus and God every time in Congress. Yeah, exactly. And like, if you're like a Muslim or whatever, um, like you're immediately discriminated against. Um, Sub day one. Wow, that's wild. Unfortunately, America was funded on tax evasion and less regulations for owning slaves. The problem is unjust hierarchies. I agree. Oh, look at Fred. He's just like he's got his little head. He's got a oh he stopped, but he was laying with his little head against my knee. Managed to catch the stream at a good time. Hope your day's going well. Thank you, Robo. Welcome to the stream. Happy to have you here. You're so conscientious and good to your viewers. If you're okay being this good, then cool, but just don't want you burning out. Oh no, it's fine. Like honestly, I love streaming. I love chatting with chat. Like it's one of my favorite things. I get a lot out of it, so it makes me very happy. I am happy to be here and chatting with you all. Um, I could just yap at the screen and not read chat, but I get a lot out of it, and I enjoy hearing what you all have to say and stuff. So like, yeah, like you're all like most of you in my chat are real people. So like, you know what I mean? Like I want you to treat you with respect and like I would a real person, not like I know that you're just like we're all over the internet and stuff, but I still like to be respectful to people. America didn't want to pay taxes to the UK and wanted less regulation stopping them from owning slaves. They came up with a constitution to look high and mighty. The reality, unfortunately, America needs a revamp. Yeah. Any hierarchy of authority is unjust. We can use them as not necessarily it can be justified hierarchies of mutual aid or skill, but they would be necessary and non-exploitative. I guess we both said the same thing. Um, okay, I caught up on chat. Cool. Yeah, so this whole thing about the image that was shared from Trump is extremely problematic and emblematic of a lot of things, like I said. And I mean, like, honestly, let's be real. I mean, the way that Trump has been acting is extremely war crime oriented. Like the past, I mean, since the Iran war started like a month ago, like Trump has done nothing but threaten and commit war crimes on like an almost daily basis. Like the bombing of civilian infrastructure, of the bombing of civilians, the like what's going on in Lebanon. I mean, like there's so much that you can't even describe. And then like the Truth Social post, like I will end all of Iranian civilization, kind of shit. Like that's kind of bad. Like it's kind of bad. Also, ignore the little bit of facial shadow I have. I'm still getting electrolysis, and there's been a little bit of regrowth because you have to treat the follicles usually multiple times before they're like dead completely. So please, bear with me on that or whatever. Um, and I have electrolysis on Thursday. Yay, Thursday. String, welcome. You got a new profile picture. It's no longer Clippy. Congratulations. Hierarchies are wrong and immoral. Nobody should have authority over other humans. Well, it's an interesting thing, and I'm not trying to say that hierarchies are good or bad or whatever. I'm not trying to say any of that. But I am trying to say that, like, humans do sort of do this natural, like, a lot of people would prefer to be like a part of a hierarchy where someone has power over them, so long as they don't have to like make a lot of like unimportant choices that they view as unimportant or whatever. Like there are a lot of people that would rather just live in a society where there are rules and they're being told what to do, but they don't have to like make a lot of like decisions on their own for things. You know what I mean? Like there are people that love that shit. Um so and it's almost like there is a sort of tribalism that's hard coded in people where like with social power dynamics, like our brains are sort of wired to like exist and function in uh social power dynamics. Like people naturally slot into them sort of. Um yeah. Cute shirt. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I love this shirt. It's very nice. I love. I've been lately like the cropped loose shirt. I've been really loving them. Got a model train I love today, and well, I love it. I got an insane deal on it too. Oh, that's awesome, String. I hope that you're having a good time with it. That's so cool. I've always loved off the shoulder, even for before I knew that was for girls. Oh, I see. Yeah, I love the off the shoulder look as well, especially because I have like this little mole on my shoulder, and it's just like it's just boop. It's just a little mole. I think it's cute. We all get the shadow. We all go through it. I've had years of laser and electrolysis. I still have a shadow. Yeah, like it's getting better. But like laser got rid of a lot of it on like the main part of my face, but like my chin and upper lip, electrolysis has been what I need. And it just takes time. But yeah, it just makes me anxious, and so I have to mention it, or else I will not. Uh, yeah. I just got stabbed by a sun chip shard. What the fuck? I didn't even know that was possible. Yeah, sun chips are like kind of brutally sharp sometimes. I've actually had that happen before where like I go to bite down on one and like it just like stabs you and you're like, "Ow, what the hell?" But sun chips are also like the garden salsa version or whatever. I don't remember what the flavor's called. That shit is so good. Mm, I love me some sun chips. When love fulfills the law, you can have laws but not by force. If we know our guiding stories and how to teach them from them, we will be free. It just takes time and lots of money. Y- y- yes, it is expensive. Um, ooh, you talk a lot. We can definitely coexist. Welcome, Matt Matthew Powell. Welcome, welcome. I do talk a lot. I do indeed love talking a lot for sure. What's wrong with the Clippy profile picture? Oh, nothing's wrong with it. It's just like I see for some reason I see a lot of people with the Clippy profile picture on YouTube recently. It was like really common to the point where I started to think that like people with it were bots. Like it just it's like how names have like some names have the four numbers after them or whatever, but some names don't. And it's like, you know what I mean? It's like I don't really know what the hell is going on there, kind of thing. um so yeah, I'm gonna stand my desk up by the way, because I wanna stand. Oof. Oof, my legs, my butt. I'm so sore from the freaking festival. Oh my goodness. Oh, there we go. No, that's not right. Almost right. All right, let's see here. I totally get it. That's the dysphoria talking. The shadow just hangs around in more ways than one. Yeah, yeah, no, I get it. Like even when my shadow is technically gone, sometimes I still see it, which is like weird. You know what I mean? Like even when I'm like basically clear, sometimes I still see it. It's like weird. I went to troll religious and political folks, but you popped up. Oh, okay. Well, welcome. Felt like um that's an adorable shoulder. Oh, thank you. Behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of man, and a mouth speaking of great things. Wait. Didn't you say something? Oh yeah, Daniel 7:8. I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn, before whom there were three of the first horns plucked up by the roots. And behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of man, and a mouth speaking great things. Oh, that's really interesting. That's really interesting. Yeah, we were talking about the image that Trump shared. Oh, I already got rid of it. My bad. But yeah. We were talking about the character in the background who is like basically a demon. Um, yeah. The Clippy profile picture is like a thing of like we are sick of tech companies. Clippy was just a little dude trying to help, not even scam us or steal our info, and he wasn't even good at his job. Uh, Yeah, no, that's a good point. I didn't realize it was like a trend. I didn't even know what was going on there. The Clippy thing was from Luis Rossmann, who is a good guy for a capitalist. It's a protest against institutification. Oh, okay, I gotcha. I'll try though. Trump isn't the Antichrist, he's a doctor. He said it. Oh, that's so funny. Good day, folks. Sending care and gratitude. Hey, Bards of a Feather, welcome. I love that you engage with us in the chat. The way you do it makes it very special compared to a lot of other shows. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that as well. I tried. I mean, I just I like the direct engagement. I feel like it's cool. Um, I see so many streamers who only read donation chats. This is refreshing. Yeah, I mean, you're all chatting. Like I feel like sort of the point of a stream is like it's a conversation or whatever. Like I know that there are a lot of streamers who just yap for like hours at a camera and they just ignore their chat. But like genuinely, like I don't know, you create the chat in the environment of your stream, right? So like me reading chat and engaging with all of you self-selects for the people who are into that kind of thing. Like if I didn't read with chat, if I didn't engage with chat, if I didn't try to cultivate my community, then I would get people in chat who weren't so good at like a lot of my chatters are really good at engaging. Like you know what I mean? Like I read my chat and a lot of it is very insightful or engaging and useful or interesting or whatever. But like other streamers, they read their chat and it's just people like Pepe facing or like uh whatever. You know what I mean? Like and it's just like you create your own community. And so like for instance, I've talked about this before, like streamers who shout down a lot of their chatters, like streamers who are like, "Oh, you're a fucking idiot," like banning you or whatever. A lot of those people end up with shitty people in their chat because when if someone is like watching you and they're like a genuine, nice, authentic, kind person and they see you like shouting down your chat, they're gonna leave. And the people that are gonna stick around might not be like the most wholesome, wonderful people in the world. You know what I mean? Like they might not be the kind of people that you want to have interactions with. And yeah. So let's see here. Uh you're very good at streaming. You were born for it. Well, thank you. I really appreciate that. Yapping makes you special, but your yapping means something. Most streamers just yap. True. That is true. That is true. A lot of streamers just say things to say things or whatever. Clippy profile pics were a Louis Rossman thing for people against online surveillance and loss of digital ownership. Okay, well, I should have looked that up, honestly. I just thought it was like I didn't know what the hell was going on with the Clippy stuff, but I started seeing it everywhere. It's like almost every chatter and every comment was like Clippy profile picture. Trump's Christ post is the first thing I have seen break his hold somewhat with hyper religious people in his area. Or in this area. Yes. I mean, like, I think like if you are genuine, like, look, a lot of Christians are really shitty at being Christians, but Christians are still raised culturally with certain things that are like cultural how do you say it? Faux pas or like things you're not supposed to do, right? And one of the things you're not supposed to do, like most Christians would agree, one thing you're not supposed to do is represent yourself as Jesus Christ. Like you are just not. That is just that is a no go zone. Like you are not supposed to do that. It doesn't matter what denomination you are. It doesn't matter any of that shit. None of that shit matters. What matters is that you don't say I am Jesus Christ and try to represent yourself as if you are like a Christ-like figure. Like that is blasphemous. That is like one of the most clear things in all of Christianity. You know what I mean? And so like it's honestly like it crosses a line that he kind of hasn't really crossed before. Like he's done things like when he took that picture with the Bible upside down, or like he had that one interview where he's like what's your favorite part of the Bible, and he's like, oh, that's really personal, I don't want to say. And they're like, well, do you like the New Testament or the Old Testament? And he's like, both. Like Trump is he's obviously not Christian, but he up until this point, like all of the stuff that he has done has been basically just like awkward, like kind of just awkward and like not really like yes, offensive in a way to Christians, but nothing like this. Like this is a level beyond. This is a step beyond. I'm from northeastern Kentucky, by the way. Oh, that's cool. I'm in Ohio, so we not far, not far. Um are you like close to like Cincinnati or whatever? Are you like in the like Newport, Covington, what is that other city? Louisville? Is that the one that's close to the border? I can't remember. Congrats on your cultivation. Thank you. Um uh let's see here. I understand some people who have chats so big and fast, they literally cannot read it all even if they were on something. Anytime I watch a small streamer, I'm worried they get to that point. Yeah, yeah, like and that has happened on streams before. Like there are definitely streams where I like the chat is getting like sometimes my chat nowadays will get like over 100 people and it's like people are just oh freaking like aggressive with the chatting sometimes that it's like not possible for me to keep up or for me to engage with everybody. But I try my best. I try my best. I'm 34M gay. What's your pronouns? She, her, or she, they. But preferably she, her. I'm a trans woman. I know that I have a facial shadow right now. That's just because I'm getting electrolysis, and you have to like grow out your facial shadow for that. And so, I'm very clockable right now. I get that. I'm also like not wearing like any makeup or anything, which is cool. Let's see. Yes, but yeah, like that happens sometimes. I love how she always matches the thumbnail. Iconic. Thanks. I don't always actually. Sometimes I'm too lazy to take a picture and I just use a picture that I've already taken. But doesn't seem like people notice that. Asmongold got banned. Oh well, cool. That's cool. What did he get banned for, by the way? I'm curious. What did he actually do? Because like he like advocated for like mass slaughter the other day, right? Like there was this clip of Asmongold basically saying that like mass killing is like really effective or whatever. Like, bro, like that's he got unbanned. Oh, that sucks. Uh couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. See here. Sorry, I'm just trying to scroll. I do occasionally wait. I do do occasional blasphemy because the Christ spirit is a human birthright. So I claim it and I offer it to us all. The only way to have it is if we all do. I'm not Christian, but follow your dreams. I don't know. I'm about an hour and a half away from Cincy. Good for you. Eventually, if you get big enough, it's a given that they can't respond. You're beautiful, Slay. Oh well, thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you. But yeah, like eventually, I won't be able to read all of the chat. You know, I'll just have to read like whatever I see when I look at chat. But I try to avoid that to the best of my ability or whatever. I was raised Catholic, and also to say please and thank you. I still like the please and thank you part with people, but no more monotheism for me. Thank you. Yeah, yeah, I get that. Like, you know, like I like some of the values in Christianity, like some of the teachings of Jesus, I think are good. Like, you know, like I think like the whole thing about forgiveness, you know, forgiving people to heal your own soul, not to like forgive people for whether they deserve it or not or whatever. Um so like, you know, like I think there are some of the teachings of Jesus are like obviously good, right? But you don't need to be Christian to admit that or to understand that or to learn those lessons. Like you don't need to be Christian to learn from the teachings of various mythologies or religions. Anyone else not even see the shadow? I think you look great as always. Well, thank you. Banana Brains doesn't see the shadow. Didn't notice until you said and still can't. That being said, if I've had days, I've told the same even noticed. I'm trying to validate. Thank you. It's fun if they read your message when they're big. Also, people pay to say things. Yes, people do pay to say things. But in my chat, you don't have to. But I do appreciate all the super chats that people send. It's fun if they read your message when they're big. Yeah, like if people pick you out or with streamers pick you out of their chat when they're larger, it must feel nice. I'm also trans femme, by the way, for context. No, you're good. I'm not Christian either. Christ transcends religion, in my opinion. He and I are also not exclusive. We're seeing other teachers, but we're still very close. Oh, I get what you're saying. I was baptized, but I'm not religious at all. There's a problem with every religion. Yeah, like no religion is perfect, right? And I think that fundamentally, like, the point of religions is like I said, like read some Joseph Campbell and read some Alan Watts, and you'll get a good understanding of how mythology and religion, like you can like interpret and learn the lessons from it without being like the real problem with religion comes when you like try to do the whole like this literally happened thing. Like with any religion, if you like people often think of like the Greeks, for instance. Let's use the Greeks as an example. People often look at Greek mythology and they're like, this is really stupid. Like, obviously, these Greeks were really stupid because if they believed that this stuff actually happened, then they're stupid or whatever. When in reality, like back in the day, you know, like Greek mythology is like, yes, there were rituals and things that they did to like offerings and stuff like that. But like for the most part, people didn't like believe that like the Greek gods were necessarily literally real in every sense of the word. Like there were probably some people who did, but there were probably mostly people who viewed the Greek gods as like, you know, analogous for certain things or epitomizing certain things or representing certain things. And like the the rituals and the offerings and the altars and the whatever, it's all just like social ritual shit. You know what I mean? Like it's just communal ritualistic stuff. Humans have done that for a very long time where they create communal structures often based around spirituality or religion, and those include rites and lessons and stories and whatever, but that doesn't necessarily mean that like that shit literally happened or whatever. But then you get Christians, right, who are doing this thing where they're like, "Oh my god, like this shit literally happened." And it's like if you think the Greeks are stupid for thinking that the Greek mythology literally happened, how can you think that the Christian mythology happened, but then not think that you're also really kind of delusional for that? Like that's the one thing that really bugs me about that stuff. Like if you think your belief system is dominant and is just correct and everyone else is just wrong, like oh my god, I like the arrogance of that. Like I cannot imagine, right? Like cannot imagine. If I wasn't poor, I would, Leah. No, you're fine. You do not have to donate. That is totally fine. Your support, like watching my videos, sharing my channel, doing all that stuff, whatever, subscribe, like, whatever, all that stuff is very wonderful. And thank you all very much. If you want to go ahead and actually help me out, I would love to see some more likes on the YouTube video or the stream on there. That would be super duper helpful. Thank you so very much for all of your support. Hi, Leah. I caught you live. Insane times, aren't they? Big storm rolling into Chicagoland at the moment. Tornado warnings. Oh gosh, be safe. Be safe. Oh, you live in Chicago, by the way. That's awesome. I love Chicago. But be safe. Please be safe. And yes, it is. Things are wild right now. Honestly, like with the Iran war going on and with everything else going on, it's so much. Honestly, it's just I know that Trump and the Trump admin is trying to create chaos for the sake of chaos, right? Like they want so much chaos that people can't effectively organize a resistance and people whatever. Like there's a lot like fascism benefits a lot from chaos. But I'm I it's a lot, right? Like it's freaking wild. It's freaking wild. We physically make the future worse. Greeks are virgins compared. If their religion was right, we wouldn't exist. I've listened to a lot of Alan Watts. He's super smart and his voice is addicting. His voice is very addicting. A very like, he's a very good speaker and writer. Like Alan Watts is very eloquent. And so is Joseph Campbell. Actually, they were both extremely brilliant men. Who wrote a lot of really great things. Very good teachers, very wise individuals. Uh, yeah, for sure. Literalism is the best way to completely miss the point of every word. Yeah, exactly. Yes. Yeah. Like if you interpret mythology and religion literally, that is the one like if you study theology, like part of studying theology is learning to interpret religious texts in as many ways as possible, right? So like you can interpret a text literally. That's one way to do it. You can also you know like interpret it figuratively, right? And you can interpret it as um like an anti like as if it's the opposite of what it's saying, right? Like you can interpret religious texts in a lot of different ways. And the least helpful interpretation of every single religion is the literalist interpretation. Like if you interpret a religion literally, you are actually doing the most pointless like that is the one kind of interpretation that basically adds nothing to your understanding of like the religion or the messages of the religion or like the the underlying uh whatever. Phew. I hope we're doing okay here. Hello there, Acacia. Welcome. We're doing all right. We're chatting. We're doing all right. Did y'all see the flat Earth firmament crowd doubting Artemis because it launched on April 1st? Oh, oh my gosh. Flat Earthers are wild. Absolutely wild people. Um, can we rename the word trumpet? Wait, what? Wait, what? Daniel 7:20, and of the 10 horns that were in his head, and of the other which came up, and before whom 3 fell, even of that horn that had eyes and a mouth that spake great things, whose look was more stout than his fellows. Wait, is that for real? Huh, that's wild. I get triggered for no reason. They just look alike. That's not your real ears. Stop. Wait, what? Are you talking to me? Are you talking about me? These are my real ears? Yes. Why do people think my can we talk about my ears for a second and why they're like why? What's uh what's going on with my ears? Why are they so hard for people to accept as real? And like why do people think my ears are so like mystical or magical or something? Like do I have magic ears? I don't get the double standard of myths being silly to most people, but the Bible then being considered a yeah, exactly. Like there's this quote from Joseph Campbell where um, it's like religion like mythology is just other people's religion. Like if you believe in something, it's religion. But if it's someone else's religion, it's mythology. You know what I mean? Like that's like one of the funniest things about language to me is that when you call something mythology, you are signaling that you don't think that it's like you're not like invested in it as some kind of like literal truth or faith system. Even if you have understanding or respect for it. But like if you call it religion, that means that you are doing that. Like you are bought into a faith structure and you are this is kind of interesting. I always find it interesting that some people like like I've never been one of these people, but I've met people before where you talk to them and they're Christian or whatever, and you're like, so you have the completely right understanding and like your God is the one true God and blah 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 blah, and they're like, yep, like, no hesitation, like, nothing, it's like, "Yeah, uh-huh, yeah, huh," and it's like, "What?" Like, how c I just don't understand how someone can do that, like, I don't understand how you can genuinely, authentically be like, "Yeah, out of everybody, I'm the one with the correct answer, everybody else is wrong, me, I'm right, I'm r" like, what? Um, oh, Fred, he's such a good boy. He's such a good boy. Yes, he is. Oh, look at him go. Look at him be so cute. Yes. He's meowing at me. I went to a Chinese restaurant for lunch. When I was paying for the meal and coffee, I asked how business was going, and the restaurant owner rudely said, "I don't want to talk to you." Uh, yeah. I mean, like, that is kind of rude, but also, like, I guess I kind of get it in a way. I don't know. Like, food I've worked in food for like 8 years total of my life, and food sucks. Working in food is horrible. Um, and if you see a food worker who is rude or frustrated, just understand that their day has probably been unbelievably shitty. And so, like, like, that was definitely rude to say, "I'm sorry that that happened to you," but, they probably were just, like, really, really in a terrible mood or whatever. Religions are created by men who use superstition and showbiz to control people and profit from them as well. Uh, well, I would say institutional religion is that. Like institutional religion is created by men to use superstition and showbiz to control people and profit. Yeah, like I would agree with that. But like religion itself, or like mythology, as I like to call it, is not that. Like I make a very clear distinction between uh between like institutional religion and the study of mythology or like theology or whatever. Who is she fighting with? I'm on the wrong platform. I multi-stream. So I'm on Twitch and YouTube. You can like watch on whatever platform you want. I've got a link tree. Oh, actually, I forgot to share the link tree. Let me grab that real quick. Also, thank you for the likes. I would love it if we would keep liking the YouTube stream. That would help me out a bunch. I would appreciate that. Thank you, all of you. Hope you're all doing well. I'm gonna share my link tree in the chat. It's got all my links in it. You can join my Discord. You can join my whatever. You can check out my Instagram where I post cool fire performance stuff that I do, as well as videos of me practicing. What it's called flow art. It's a thing that I very much love. Um, yep. Discord, all that stuff, whatever. Yep. Yeah. Hello. Let me get back to where I was in chat here. Sophie, hello, welcome, Sophie. I'm banned from churches. Interesting. Daniel 7:24, and the 10 horns out of this kingdom are 10 kings that shall arise, and another shall rise after them, and he shall diverse from the first, and he shall subdue 3 kings. Okay, I was 0828. I was like following along with what you were sharing before, but I'm that one I'm a little unsure of. Uh that one I don't really know what that one's referring to. Trump's insane. What's the Golden Arch bigger than the Lincoln Memorial in the Washington Memorial? What? Oh, you're talking about the thing that he wants to build or whatever, the like monument, and it's like supposed to be huge or whatever. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, he's wacky. I knew a flat earther that thought pets were a liberal psyop to get people to have less children. oh, that's that's a good one. Thank you for sharing that. That's so funny. That's so funny. Dan McClellan is a great biblical scholar here on YouTube. Really good stuff. I don't know anything about him. They look elvish, elegant. Oh, thank you. Pointy ears. They're not like pointy though, right? Like my ears aren't actually pointy. You all see that, right? It's like the angle, right? Like when I'm talking and I'm looking forward, it kind of looks like my ears are a little pointy, but like if I turn to the like they're not pointy, right? Right? Am I wrong? Do they look pointy? I feel like they don't look pointy. Like except for at an angle. Brad, stop begging. He's begging for attention. Look at him. He's gonna die if I don't pet him. He's gonna if I don't pet his butt right now, he's gonna collapse. They kind of look like elf ears, and that's a compliment. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Honestly, I would do that thing where they like make your ears pointy, you know, like what I don't remember what that's called, but I would do that probably. Uh, my grandma used to say I had Clark Gable ears. I don't know what that is, or who that is, rather. Some people are born into this earth for a purpose. I was born to love foxes and be a fox girl, and that's about it. That's okay. That's okay. Love your podcast. First time chiming in. Agree 100% Trump is the Antichrist. Oh, thank you, the Goblin. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm happy to be here, and thank you for watching and supporting and doing all that great, wonderful stuff. Thank you. If you call anything you don't know that you also want to profit off of religion, it's a cult. That's why they say sometimes it's just a myth. Yeah. The ones who don't have any level of self-doubt are kind of scary. Hippie, stoic secular humanism. How is your cute little whoa? How's your cute little kitty tonight? Oh my god, he's so cute. Yes, he is cute. Um Trump knows he just has an act to play, which is weird. How's Fred's stomach lately? It's been doing all right. He's been doing good. Going up to every day on the medicine and then starting him on the pumpkin and stuff. It's been helpful. It's definitely been helpful. Chloe, welcome to the stream. I'm also Antichrist, and you don't see me on the Epstein list. That's so funny. Uh, I worked the Chicago hot dog and Italian beef stands for a couple years of my teens. Oh yeah, I've been to those. Those seem pretty rough. All society right now is controlled by patriarchal bullshit. We need to get them out of power. We need to have a feminist run society, then we'll be free. It would definitely help to have feminism in power, like actual power. That would definitely help for sure. Agreed. Why is Discord so difficult? It is, but I don't know exactly what you mean. If you were devoted to a religion, which one would you choose? I'd go for Satanism. I consider like I don't consider myself religious. I consider myself spiritual. But if you force me to pick, I would basically say I'm an eclectic pagan, where like I'm a pagan, but like I'm not a part of any particular sect of paganism. I am more just the kind of person who like I have my own developed understanding of spirituality that I would refer to as something like paganism. Like I believe in natural energies and spirits that exist uh within a system that is uh related to nature essentially. Like it's I don't, you know what I mean. Whatever. The utility of the one true God is that if we consider that if God we know is seeking, then none of us are complete, then we are all forced to stay humble. Uh Trump is not just the Antichrist. He's truly the descendant from Diablo's arsehole. True. Well said. Satanism is way better than people give it credit. It's all about empathy and compassion for all living things. Yeah, I've heard good things about Satanism, but I don't particularly ascribe to it because I don't like that it's related to Christianity in a way. Like I get that it's not Christianity and it's sort of in a way like um I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, I just like I don't really like for myself. Satanism is not something that I identify with or whatever. I was in Catholic Jesuit seminary freshman year of high school. That was enough to alienate me from religion. Ooh, yeah, that sounds rough. Seminary sounds rough. Um, they are perfect. I've never met another, so you're the first. I'm the first. What? I don't know what you mean. It's the angle. Yeah, Trump wants to build a giant arch bigger than the monument. Yes, yes. Years. If you don't pet him, he will poop everywhere. That is true. My mid 2010s PSN friend group is very interesting. In retrospect, all of them became leftists or Nazis. One of them grew close to a UK neo-Nazi called. Well, yeah, honestly, like I don't know. I feel like a lot of people are radicalized nowadays. Like if I look back at like people I, oh my gosh, if I look back at people I knew when I was younger, a lot of them have been radicalized, like a lot. Can use tape apparently for that. Oh, interesting. Icky got fangs. Yes. Yes, she did. I kind of wonder if like did Icky get them grounded down or did she get like implants put on her teeth? Like did she get her teeth physically grinded down or did she like or did they use some kind of like I don't know, some kind of like molded material or whatever. Uh Related to the ear point, sometimes our truest faces come out in the strange angles, caught in brief moments in the corner of our eyes. No, you're realizing that I'm actually an elf disguised as a human, and you're not allowed to do that. So you better stop typing that right there. You better stop typing that stuff right now, because I'm gonna have to come find you. You know, like if you walk around telling people I'm an elf, then I'm sorry, like I'm not gonna be able to let you live. So got to keep that on the down low. On the down low. Let's see here. Stop throwing your cat at us. True. There is historic consensus that the one true God came out of trying to make the Abrahamic God better because it only took one to do everything and mixed a bunch of other mythologies. Uh, yeah, I'm not really good. I'm not really into like monotheism. Um, not very not very huge on that. I kind of think the one true God thing is kind of immature, like an immature view of religion, in my opinion. Like if you're a Christian, no shade on you. Just in my opinion, like thinking that there's just one God who just did everything or whatever. That's just I don't know. It's kind of patriarchal too, a little bit, you know. Not a little bit, like a lot of it. Like the father or whatever being like the primary progenitor of everything in the world when like that would more likely be a mother. You know, like why would it be the father who created everything when it's like kind of the mother who does that in reality or whatever. The flat earther I referred to was part of the group and got worse over time. I don't know personally feel bounded by ancient theology so long as I understand it and incorporate it into it to serve humanity, not myself. I know we are part of one thing, the living universe. True. Honestly, the best religion is the joke religion, the Church of Subgenius. Ah, I've never heard of that spoofer. You'd have to tell me more about it. Um, the one thing that encompasses all life. We have an omnipresent God that gives us miracles and power. In other words, we have electricity. I've known a couple of Church of Satan dudes, insufferable edgelords. uh, I was just that's so funny. I used to own this or not own. I used to rent out this warehouse space, like when I was organizing the local flow arts community where I used to live. We rented out this warehouse space, and directly below us was like a Church of Satan, and like we would be hanging out sometimes, like spinning and doing flow art stuff, and they'd be having like rituals, like below like underneath us or whatever, and they were definitely doing some like freaky sex shit. Like 120% like gothic weird edge lord sex shit. Like that is 100% what that was. It was so funny. They were nice people sort of, but they were definitely like edge lords for sure. Maybe Fang appliques. I don't know. Who is here waiting for Tomodachi Life? Is that like a game that's coming out? I was raised Catholic, made confirmation and all still came out the other side an atheist. Yeah, I get that. That happens a lot, honestly. When people are pushed really hard into religion when they're young, a lot of the times they become disillusioned with it in their adulthood because they didn't realize that there were like other perspectives. Like if you give someone the ability to explore ideas and religion and beliefs and they arrive at a religion, usually they're like stick with it. But if you try to like indoctrinate someone into a religion from a young age, oftentimes when they reach adulthood, they'll realize that there are other belief systems that they just had no idea existed. And it'll start a period of self exploration that will often end with them like not identifying with that religion anymore. Icky's fangs are molded, I believe. Because yeah, like cuz I love the idea of like fangs and stuff. Like I think like I almost have fangs. They just kind of have worn down throughout my life. So they're not like sharp anymore cuz you like bite stuff and whatever. But like I would never get my teeth ground down. Like you know how people get veneers and they have to like grind your teeth away to non-existence to put the veneers over them? That sounds like a terrible idea and I don't think I'd ever do something like that. But if they could make molds that they could attach to my teeth that would like do make them sharper looking without affecting the health of my teeth or whatever, then yeah, I'd probably do that. I'd probably do that. I'd also probably get my ears pointed, whatever that's called. I think that's just called pointing your ears. Like I would do it. I would do it. Also, the EP Halfling, hello, welcome, welcome. Also, sorry to other chatters who replied to me and I missed. My browser sucks. Oh no, you're good. Hey, I like edgelord sex shit. No, you're allowed to like that. That's cool. You're allowed to do that. Uh, like my friend went to Catholic school and is now a druid. Yes, there are many such cases. Wow, many such cases of people doing stuff like that. For sure. Let me check a couple things here. Let me do this thing. Oh, Fred, he's a cute boy. Such a cute boy. Yes, you are, Fred. You're such a cute boy. Blah. It's very presumptuous to insist that there is only one God and it's your God. It's like a contest of who has the better imaginary friend. It's so childish. I would agree with that. I would absolutely uh agree with that. 110%. Comes off as very immature to me. I'd pointify my ears if I didn't have priorities, gender affirming stuff, and model trains. Yeah, I get it. It's probably super expensive, so I'd probably never get it. Although if I ever got FFS, I'd probably just be like, "Hey, can you like point my ears?" It's actually elf affirming care. Um, I need to look more elfish, um, to live my best life. So no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Let me see here. Uh Subgenius is just silly, more or less a religion based around an alleged 50s salesman named Bob. Oh, that's hilarious. There's more to it. That's funny. You were talking about autoplasty? What's autoplasty? Is that the ear thing? Is that when you get your ears pointed? Uh, oh, it's like ear pinning. Okay, no, I don't think that's what I want. I don't think that's what I'm talking about. Uh, oops. Um, Autoplasty mold is procedure for correcting deformities, defects of the ear. So yeah, it's like ear pinning and stuff. Uh, Ear pointing is a specialized form of autoplasty that involves removing a small wedge of skin and cartilage to create a pointed, elfin appearance distinct from standard goal of pinning ears closer to the head. This procedure differs from traditional ear pinning, which aims to correct protruding ears. Instead, ear pointing intentionally alters the natural shape by excising a triangular section near the junction of the upper and ascending outer helix, then suturing the tissue together to form a defined point. While standard autoplasty is commonly performed on children aged 5 and up to prevent bullying or correct congenital deformities like Stahl's ear pointing is typically an elective cosmetic modification performed on individuals seeking a unique aesthetic, requiring a deep understanding of cartilage manipulation to achieve the desired shape contour. Yeah, I'd be like nervous as hell to get something like that because I would like if they mess it up, then that would suck. Church of Satan, registered member, active member. Gotcha. um, I've had about 30 hours on the surgical table for sequential FFS sessions in the OR, healing even now. Uh, oh well, I'm congratulations. When did you get FFS? Curious. Curious about that. I've been considering it. I don't know about that, but like it's expensive and I'd have to find a good doctor and it'd be a lot. Like it'd be a lot, and I don't know if it's something I really want to do. But I have been thinking about FFS. It's like I told myself that about 2 or 3 years in, that's when I would start thinking about surgeries. So like when I say I'm thinking about it, that doesn't mean that like, oh, I'm gonna do it or whatever. That's me saying that like up until this point, I have refused to consider surgeries, and uh now I am like at the point where I am thinking about it. Like, is this something I want to do? Would it fit my goals? Would it make sense for me? Does it like would I regret it? Whatever. Um so like if I did get FFS, I believe it would be extremely light work. Like I wouldn't want anything dramatic. I wouldn't want to change my face too much. I would only want to change my face in ways that m- make me less dysphoric, which is not a ton, but is a little bit. Like some of my side profile makes me a little dysphoric. I think it's time for an Elvin 24-hour stream. Yeah, like what if I did a stream where it's like uh streaming until I earn enough money to become an elf? Like I do a stream and everyone donates and like the goal is to get me enough money so that I can become an elf. Would that be good? I've thought about doing subathons or whatever, like marathon live streams, but I would suck at that. Honestly. I don't know if I could do that. I could try, but like I kind of cap out at like 5 or 6 hours. And often when I get off stream, my social battery is like super depleted and I have to like really really focus on recharging that. But started in 2023, frontal sinus setback, orbital shaping, genioplasty, mandible shaping, fat transfers in one go. That was the first. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, it takes time to heal and it's very intense. For sure. Adorable. Thank you. An elf stream sounds fun. It sounds cool somehow. Well, thanks. Uh I feel like if I did do that, I would probably have a chance of going viral if I like tried to become an elf or whatever. And then especially if I made content saying that like uh basically like looking like an elf is uh like part of who I feel I am or whatever, people would probably lose their fucking minds over that. Like there'd probably be a lot of transphobic people, but also people that are on the left or like not transphobic that would think that I'm really like weird or stupid for saying something like that or whatever. So I don't know. It would probably get me a lot of attention is kind of what I'm saying, but like, I'm not going to do it just for that or whatever. Uh I do really like the idea of getting my ears pointed. Do really like that idea. But makes me want to put on the elf on the ears I keep with me. I do have some elf ears, like the latex ones that you can put on with like glue or whatever. My social battery is awful and I need a lot of alone time. That is the one reason I rarely have ever dated and not been in many relationships. I get burned out so fast. Also, much flirting makes no sense. Older Crow, welcome. Yeah, so my social battery depletes very quickly as well, and so I have to be around people that are okay with me existing in my own little space when I run out of energy. Like when I date people, they have to be totally comfortable with me like taking personal time for myself, and being engaged in my own little things. Like I don't always have time to like engage directly with someone, even if I'm in a relationship with them. So like like people have to be very understanding of that. Fae is a perfectly valid gender. Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying. Is that like if I said like, hey, I identify as a fae or whatever, and like went and got surgeries to accomplish that, I'm pretty sure that people would lose their fucking minds over that. Like I'm pretty sure people would freak the fuck out over that, which would be kind of funny. It would be kind of funny, and honestly, it'd probably be good for my internet career, and I would kind of love it. Like, I love the idea of looking like whenever people say that I look fayish or look elfish, it makes me feel very good on the inside. So, healing now from the upper lip blep and brow lift. Oh well, I hope the healing goes well for you. Kind of in love with the thought. Me too. Honestly, I've been thinking about it and like, I don't know. I gotta like, being controversial in a way is actually like super good for your internet career or whatever. And I'm like extremely non controversial in a lot of ways. Like I don't do a lot of hot takes. I don't like say a lot of unhinged shit. I don't like I'm not like super crass. Like there's just like there's a lot about me that's like not very offensive or whatever. And like that's good in the sense that like I think that I'm pretty chill and I think that my vibes are good and I think that people enjoy chatting with me and engaging with my community and watching my videos. But like I have not done anything that's like super attention grabbing for the most part, like at all. And so that's definitely something that would probably work. Is if I made like a bunch of content being like I'm going to become a fucking elf and that shit is like there should be like, the gender, like are you male, female or elf, and I would just like have the elf checked, the elf box checked. Anyway, I had to go eat. Did I miss something? You missed literally everything. No, I'm kidding. I hope you enjoyed your meal. We've just been chatting. Since 23 through now, I've been doing surgery. We have been off of the news for a minute. I apologize for that, by the way. This is a news stream, and we are just sort of yapping. But that is just what happens sometimes. So fucking deal with it or whatever. So as long as you take the beating of random new assholes being exposed to your content, you seem tough and experienced enough in this industry to handle it. Yeah, I mean, like, I could probably handle it. I would probably have to like if I blew up in a viral way like that, I would probably have to like not engage with like I read a lot of my comments, I read a lot of my chats, a lot of stuff like that. Like if things happened and I blew up in a kind of like a viral way, I would probably have to be more selective about the engagement that I do with things cuz like my community is so small. Like it's consistent of people that are like super fucking awesome and stuff. So I argued with a transphobe yesterday. They said the idea that someone can be non-binary is insane, to which I replied, not if you're somewhat educated in biology, gender studies, anthropology. It's not. Yeah, no, for sure. You're right. You're right. Oh, my freaking body so sore from the festival. Holy shit. Your Discord could still be a nice safe haven. I think it's a nice safe. I mean, like, I think my Discord is a nice place, and you are all more than welcome to join it. The link is pinned in either chat. I will verify you after stream. I have a feeling that none of the mods are active right now. So probably it would be me uh who would verify you, but I can do that after stream. Pretty much I'm moderating the Discord kind of by myself right now. Like there are some other people, but it's mostly me. Big Stretch, what festival? A flow arts festival. Uh called Flame. It was beautiful. It was a wonderful time. I love the flow festivals. They are so amazing. They make me so happy. Imma go now, can't focus while watching a stream. You're good. Yeah, I mean, go head out, do whatever you gotta do. Appreciate you for being here, Acacia, and have a great one. Uh, yeah, let me drink a little bit of water here. What I don't know what the oof is in reference to. Oh my god, water. I love water so much. Oh, I love water so much. Holy shit. Oh boy. I could approve some people. Haven't been doing that as much as I should. Uh Banana Brains, are you a mod on my Discord? Or I thought you were like a trial mod or something. Like I know we brought on trial mods, but I don't think we've had any opportunity to train anyone. Let's see, we got Winter, Banana Brains. Yeah, trial moderator. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, we should get you trained on that at some point. But I have not had the time to do it, unfortunately. And there's kind of like no one else to do it. Like a lot of like most of my other admins right now are extremely busy. So of course, no shade at them at all. Like Amber and Marcy. Amber works all the time, and Marcy just had a child like recently, like not too long ago. So like, they're both extremely busy individuals. And there's other people as well that are mods in my Discord that are extremely busy. So it just really falls to me a lot to do stuff. Oof was for having to self moderate could be a burden. Hopefully, not too much for current community size. No, the Discord's like not that active. It really doesn't. Like I check on the Discord a couple times a day. It doesn't take that much effort for me to like read what people have posted or catch up on it. Uh, it is a little bit stressful sometimes if I don't notice something and something happens and then I'm not there and then I catch up later or whatever. Like that's happened a couple times, a little bit stressful, but not a huge deal. Health says I'm a mod on another channel. Um well that's cool, but you also do a lot outside of this. So like I hope that you're not over stretching yourself to do that. This is like the only stream I watch where Banana isn't a mod. Oh, well, I'm like talking about the Discord specifically, but yes, I have also seen that Banana Brains is a mod in more than a couple places, which is funny. You just always find yourself in that position. uh Good stuff. Um yeah, I don't know what to talk about with politics. I'm gonna be so honest, like we are still in the era of like me having no fucking idea what to say about what's going on. Like with the war and with like the economy is about to completely get fucked. And there's just a lot of stuff going on, right? And I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to talk about it. Like I don't know what the hell is gonna happen over the next 2, 3, 4 weeks. Like we're gonna find out for sure. But yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. There's a lot of bad stuff. And Trump has specifically been completely super unhinged lately. It's kind of funny actually, but his brain is like leaking through his ears, and so Trump just keeps like saying stuff that he's not supposed to say out loud and stuff. It's so funny. It's so funny. Mosby, hello. Genuinely very good to see you, Leah. No worries about having the right thing to say. Oh, it's okay. It's just like normally it's like, oh, let's talk about news stories and whatever, but like if I talk about the news, it's super depressing. But also if I talk about politics in general, it's kind of depressing. And also like I don't know what the fuck to say at this point. Like it's pretty whack, like we need to get new leaders in power, and we need to get something's got to change. Like something's really got to change. Uh, Feels like we are stuck in a death spiral as a country. Andrew, welcome. Hi, all. Hi, Leah. I was just thinking of you earlier, wondering how it was going. Well, it's going okay. I was at a festival and it was great and beautiful and wonderful. And I am back and I am happy and fulfilled, and my cup is very full. So I'm ready to listen and ingest the news and watch my fulfilled state crumble to non-existence. No, I'm kidding. But for real, it is, I do think that, like I've said this before, like if you engage with politics, like if you're so engaged with politics that you're watching this stream, you have to like promise me that you're like doing other things with your life to give you purpose and meaning and hope and joy and stuff. Like if I didn't have the flow arts community, I kind of think I would have like no hope for humanity. Not like zero hope, but like the flow community like fills my cup and is beautiful and wonderful, and it's just like you need stuff like that, right? Like you can't only engage with politics. Like it's just not good for you. Uh, let's see. I understand where you're coming from there for sure, though. Whack indeed. Yes, indeed. There was a Reddit post about Crunch Fitness in Beaverton not kicking out a Nazi, and people are leaving that gym. Well, good, good. People should vote with their wallet there. Is genuinely befuddling at the moment. Yes, yes, it is, and like it's my job to talk about the politics, and then, like every time I have to talk about politics, I'm like, I kind of don't know what to say anymore. Like it's just like it's just hard. It's like, do I talk about the news stories that are really depressing, or do I talk about I don't know. It's just, oh god, wild. Like what do we do? I don't know. Keep living, I guess. I'm indigenous, and a lot of our native culture goes way ancient in recognition of gender flex practicality, and I love it. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of like native culture and spirituality that is like uh uh understanding of gender in a way that is like way more flexible than the western model of understanding that a lot of people have. World is absolutely insane these days. Thanks to Donald, there isn't any part of normal that he hasn't damaged. Yeah, exactly. Like it feels like, I mean, like like I don't know. Politics kind of like had a steady cycle going for a while, but like things have really fallen apart. And like, yes, we are living through history, but we are also living through like an era of chaos and unpredictability that is like kind of wild, kind of absolutely wild. And I just don't know what to say sometimes. Like most of the time nowadays, I just like it's like, yep, this is happening. Um I don't go to that crunch, but I'm ready to cancel my membership if nothing gets done about it. Oh, well, that's good. That you're willing to take a stand. Oh my gosh. So has anyone brought the whole Trump DoorDash grandma publicity stunt? I learned that apparently the CEO for DoorDash supports MAGA, specifically the BS no tax on tips. Oh wow, I'm not surprised that the DoorDash CEO is a MAGA chud. That's not surprising to me. But yes, we did not talk about it, but Trump did do a really stupid DoorDash publicity stunt where Trump ordered McDonald's from DoorDash to the White House. And yes, that is a real thing that happened. because we live in a country that is a fucking joke. So yeah, it was sort of like it was supposed to be like a showcase of the no tax on tips thing. But it was awkward and Trump tried to get the DoorDasher to like be transphobic and the DoorDasher was like, "Yo, like I'm not talking about that shit. Like that is not what I'm here for." And it was kind of funny cuz it was kind of like he made him look really stupid. So why isn't valid? Joining DSA has given me a great sense of purpose. Yes, DSA or like other advocacy organizations or support groups or Indivisible or Perfect not more Perfect Union. Progressive Victory or whatever. Like you join a group, you do a thing, you feel Trans Unity Coalition, you join a group, you do a thing, you feel better. That's my recommendation to most people. Phew. Convenient timing since I started doing DoorDash while I'm laid off from my other job. Yeah, yeah. My local and online musician community gives me similar relief. Oh, you know what's so funny about the DoorDash thing though? Um, I was listening to an interview of the grandmother talking, the grandma lady talking to someone, and she's like, and like they're basically like, "Can you explain what this tax on tips means to you?" And she's like, "Yeah, well, my husband got cancer, and we started going through our life savings, and we can't afford to live anymore, and our life has fallen apart." But if I get this no tax on tips, it doesn't actually do anything to help me, but it does kind of make things ever so slightly marginally a little tiny bit better. And so yay. And like the way that she described it was so funny cuz she basically was like, "Yeah, capitalism has made my life a living hell, but at least I get an extra $30 a year now." Or whatever. Like the way she said it was like basically like there's almost no way to interpret it as like, "Hey, this is actually super cool." Like so funny. My local and online musician community gives me similar relief. Yes. Yes. Wish I could find a community here in the area I'm in Wisconsin. Not much happening here at the moment. I know of some flow artists that live in Wisconsin, but not that that's the thing that you want to do, but just that like Wisconsin probably has more to do than you think. Hey, there was one good thing my mom told me because Hungary won the elections. They're no longer well, yeah, we'll see. But yes, I did hear Viktor Orban lost, which is actually kind of amazing and wild. And let me move my chair back down. Oh gosh. Oh boy. Oh, my legs so sore. So sore. So sore. Ah. Uh yeah, 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 yeah. But Viktor Orban losing is kind of a big deal. That is kind of a big deal. We can do the same thing. Yeah, hopefully. I don't know. I'm not very hopeful about electoralism right now in America. Love that. My base definitely keeps me sane and fulfilled. I went on a group bike ride last night and had a lot of fun. Oh, that's nice. I have my job and a few hobbies, but always have current events going on in my headset while doing those things. Yeah, I get that. I'm very much the same. Remember to vote in your Democratic primaries. Yes, yes, yes. Definitely do that. Music soothes the savage beast. That's true. I do love music. Well, not really. It's wild to us, but peace worldwide was only recently post World War II. Yeah, no, I get it. I saw that stupid McD delivery stunt. Yes. Oh god. How about a convo about about new amazing research on water and its wow properties that are crazy? Cool. What are you referring to? Actually, I don't know. Uh, I don't know anything about I don't know anything about this new research about water. I'm curious what you mean. Storming like hell now, wind, hard rain, hail, a lot of noise, lightning. Oh, hope you stay safe. Storms are kind of cool to watch, in my opinion. Uh, has a lot to do. I've lived here for years, but it's about the type of communities. Oh, I gotcha. No worries. Oh God, I'm so yawning and like I'm so tired. I'm trying to keep. I want to keep going for a little bit, but I'm also like quite tired. So we'll see. I'm also very hungry, which is not helping the tired. It stormed earlier today. I love storms so much. I also love storms. Except for when I'm at a flow festival. I like thunderstorms, find them relaxing. Agreed, except for when I'm at a flow festival. I'm trying to get CJ Lawrence to come to Portland. He is a transgender music artist that sings folk punk. He's from Kansas. Oh, that's cool. I wish you luck with that. Ah, thunderbolts and lightning, very, very frightening. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Checking all the various things here. Okay. Uh, gosh. What about that? Melania Epstein press conference she did. That was kind of wild. Um, it is very funny because like, everyone's thinking like, oh, we have to like go to war with Iran to like distract from the Epstein files and stuff. But then the war with Iran is going so badly for Trump that like you got to use the Epstein files to distract from the Iran war. Oh, God, it's so fun. It's so funny. Like I just can't believe the Melania press conference was wild. Hey, Red Fire Blue Ice. Yeah, Freddy's just chilling. He's just loafing. Just loafing. Hey Leah, I need your help. My friend just came in and she wants to know where she can go for assistance to get real help to deal with her transitioning. I had mine done 15 years ago. Well, I don't know if you mean like where to get connected to services. Like you can try Planned Parenthood, you could look up local gender clinics in your area, you could try to get in contact with an endocrinologist and see if they have openings. But if you're talking about like financial assistance, Point of Pride has like grants you can apply for. I think the Trevor Project also does something similar to that, where you can get financial assistance uh, for gender affirming care. Just me, hello, welcome. My estrogen spray bottle broke, so I can't take my estrogen until I get a new spray cap. Ooh, that sucks. Yeah, I never really thought about that, but like, yeah, if you've got the spray stuff, like, what the fuck do you do if it breaks? Ooh, gosh, yeah, I didn't think about that. Hope that gets resolved for you pretty quickly. I am the thunderstorm. So funny. Uh, Plus, I don't get it. We all saw and know about her involvement with Pedo Boy Wonder. Yeah, like that's the weirdest thing about it. Is like a lot of this stuff is like very well known now. Like I think most people that are paying attention have an understanding of the relationship between Melania and Trump and how that happened and stuff. Like I don't think it like takes much brain power to figure that one out. So it's really bizarre that she felt the need, I guess, to come out and say all that shit. Um so weird. So weird, you know? Like I just but yeah, it's just deeply funny to me that it's like Trump, Trump has made a lot of public statements about how like, oh, when Obama is, when his approval rating went down, Trump was like, oh, watch out for him to start a war with Iran because his approval rating is down, and Trump's approval rating crashed because of Epstein, and so he started a war with Iran because clearly that he signaled that that's what he thought the move was, and then that made his approval rating go down even further, and now he's like trying to get his wife out there to talk about Epstein. It's like, oh, things were better when we were talking about Epstein. Things were better when we were just talking about pedophilia or whatever. So funny. Oh, sick. I also happen to be a transgender folk punk songwriter, but but one who has historically been scared of the internet for online publishing and promotion. Finally released debut album last November. Bars of a Feather, is there any way I can look up your music anywhere? Is there anywhere I can go for that? Because I would love to listen to that. The press thing with Melania was to change the media topic off of Iran. Yes, 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 yes. That's what we are talking about. I just think it's deeply hilarious. I think it's deeply hilarious. Uh, in Chicago, there's gender specializing surgical department at Rush University Medical Center called Affirm. Oh, that's interesting. I have been thinking about researching. Like, I know that you can get FFS in various places, right? Like you can get FFS and there's tons of different people who could do it. But like I need to look up like all the top rated clinics and all the top rated surgeons and where they are and how much it costs, and I have to do like a cost benefit analysis and all this other shit. And it's feels very overwhelming. Feels very overwhelming. I don't even know how to go about all that right now. That is good to know though about Affirm. They're a spray estrogen now. I must inquire with my doctor. Yeah, like as far as I'm aware, it's pretty common in the UK, right? It's like a gel or whatever. Like you have like a pump and you like pump it and then you rub it on like, actually I don't even know where you're supposed to rub it. I think you're supposed to rub it in places that don't make contact with other people. Like you're not supposed to rub it like on your arms because if you like hug someone, it could get on someone. But like you're supposed to put it on like your. I don't even know where people are putting it, to be honest. But yeah, there's like a gel, right? Like that's been around for a while. I think that's like one of the only forms of estrogen you can get in the UK is like the gel or whatever. Uh, Even that didn't work. Yeah, I mean, like that Melania thing was so weird. It was so weird. If I want to watch how Epstein Island was, I'll watch The Bachelor, but think the contestants die. Oh my god. Barge of a Feather is a great name. It is a great name. You're so right. It is a great name. Even Iran is trolling him with the Epstein files. Yeah. Well, every accusation from a Republican is only an admission to what why do or would do. Yeah, no, yeah, yeah. The accusations are definitely confessions. That's so true. Mike Johnson has flawless makeup. True. Those Lego propaganda videos are glorious. Is 50 too old for estrogen? No, it's like never too old to transition. You can transition at any ages, you know. Some people struggle with HRT, like some people have a hard time with it medically for reasons that I won't go into. But like, you know, like you can transition at any age, you know. What I use Oh my god. What I use is a spray bottle that makes like a mist. So I just spray it on my tummy and lay in bed and let it all soak in. Oh, okay. Hi there, Amaranthine Dreams. Welcome. I do estradiol valerate injection once a week. That's what I do. You're here. Hello. Hi, Sky Chosen. Welcome. Yeah, I do injections once a week on Mondays. Injections are great. I was scared at first, but after the third or fourth injection, I was a pro. Yeah, it's scary at first, but I agree that you kind of get used to it. I'm glad I'm on injections. I like them. I'll always just use the good old blue pill. Honestly, like I'm like I'm not envious or anything, but like if you actually can remember to take a pill 2 or 3 times a day, like that's so impressive. Honestly, like I struggle so hard to remember to do things like that. Like the injection being once a week is so good. It's so good. it's so good for me. I can't imagine having to take a pill like every day for estrogen. Like 3 times, isn't it like 3 times a day? Like 2 or 3 times a day? That's just like I would just my schedule would get so fucked up, you know? Um Love your podcast, first time chiming in. Agree 100% that Trump is the Antichrist. Yes. Also thank you for chatting. It's good to have you here. Thank you for the support. I really appreciate it. Yes. He is definitely like basically the Antichrist. Like in terms of like whether he literally is or not is not the point. Like the point is that he might as well be. Like right? Like he fits the bill. So like it doesn't really actually matter whether the Antichrist is a real thing or anything like that. It's just it's just about the fact that yep. Uh oh, let me get a good sorry, I want to
If you could say something to President Trump and he was going to hear you right now, what would it be?
You are a worthless pile of
And you voted for him how many times?
3 times. That was my bad. Apparently, I'm an idiot.
I love that. I love that quote. I could never get good levels on my blood work with pills. I never tried pills. I specifically requested never to do those. I'm terrified of needles, so I won't do injections. I get that. I am also scared of needles. If you're terrified of needles, I understand not wanting to do that. I used to be on patches, and patches worked really well for me. But I swapped to injections. I don't regret that. Melania always looks like she's thinking, "How the f did I get in the middle of this shit?" No, that's so true. Like I bet she regrets marrying that piece of shit so much. Like I bet you every day Melania wakes up and the first thing she does is pray for Donald Trump to die. Like I guarantee you that's like every day for Melania as she wakes up and she's like, "Is Trump still alive? Fuck!" And then like she goes on about her day or whatever. 2 times a day. I feel like I would struggle with that. I learned something funny about those Lego videos. Lego originated from Denmark, so hence why Iran didn't get a cease and desist. Wait, what? Wait, what about Lego? Wait, I'm confused. Bard of a Feather is actually the name of my band project. I use just DistroKid to publish across 20 different streaming services, so you can search up pretty much wherever. Oh, okay, cool. I'll check out your music after stream. That's cool. Remember Greenland? No. I hope you have a good night. I am off to bed. Gotta beat it, be up at 4 in the morning for work. Oh, you're good, Tiger Lily. Have a great night. Thank you for being here. You're so pretty. Thank you. I have to take 14 pills a day for all the issues I live with, chronic pain. I get you. I take 1, 2. I take 2 pills and 2 supplements every day. Thanks for streaming and chatting. Been nice. Got a dip for now to focus. Keep on keeping on. Thank you. I appreciate you for chatting and being here. I hope you have a good one. Yay, I actually made it to a stream. Hope you're doing well, Leah. Thank you, Olive. Welcome. I appreciate you being here. And I am doing super well. I was at a festival this past weekend. It was so amazing. It was life-bringing. It was nourishing. My cup is full as fuck right now. It was so good. It made me so happy. So far, I've only sliced open the creative umbilical cord on the six track debut. Something came up that we recorded back in 2020 for my friend Maxie's senior thesis in music. Oh, okay. Uh, Patches were so annoying; they always came off after the shower. Oh, what I always used is uh God, what is it called again? Uh oh my Lord, Kitty on screen. He's so polite. Yes, he's a good boy. He's a good boy. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Um, Tegaderm. That's what it's called. It's like a really thin adhesive film that you can put over your skin. And you're supposed to use it for like cuts and stuff. But like when I used patches, I would use alcohol, right? Let it dry. You put the patch on, and then you put the Tegaderm over the patch. And with the Tegaderm on it, I never had issues with my patches coming off. And like I was working in like food service and stuff. So like I'm like doing dishes and like my shirt's getting all wet, my pants are getting wet, like, and I never really had any issues with my patches coming off. Yay, kitty! Yay, kitty! Freddie is the politest boy. Yes, he is. He's a good boy. Just don't judge my girl voice. 2020 was well before my HRT journey and my egg cracked like months. No, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Context, I'm a trans guy specifically. No, you're good. Don't worry. I'm not going to judge you for it. I'm back. I am back. My friend put on Stephen Colbert with the comedy segment Antichrist Superstar. Oh, that sounds funny. I was saying, remember all those threats of the Orange Menace taking Greenland? Well, it's an autonomous territory of Denmark. Yes, I do remember that. I was just joking. Good tip if I ever have to go back to patches. Yeah, I get it. But like I understand not wanting I understand not wanting to be on patches. Like obviously swapped off of patches. Um did Tegaderm ever pull off skin and leave red marks? Um, it never pulled off skin, but Tegaderm did like the adhesive on Tegaderm and on patches did irritate my skin. That is one of the main reasons, other than it being more cost effective. That is one of the main reasons that I swapped off of patches and got on injections was because um I was getting some like skin irritation from the adhesive. And so like I just got worried about long-term skin damage with all the irritation. I was like, well, if it keeps irritating my skin and that continues on for the rest of my life, like that's probably going to cause some permanent damage to my skin. So, uh yeah. I'm so happy that Orban lost. To me it was a shock. Yeah.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Yeah, Orban sucks. I'm really glad that he lost. I was also very surprised that he lost because he's essentially rigged the elections for a really long time so that he couldn't lose. And I don't know, like I was expecting Viktor Orban to win, so I don't know much about let's see, Hungary election result about the winner. Let's see here. Peter, I don't know how to say his name. Peter Magyar, center-right PiSA party, won a decisive victory in Hungary's 2026 parliamentary election, ending Viktor Orban's 16-year rule with 138 of 199 seats and 53.21% of the vote. PiSA secured two-thirds supermajority, enabling constitutional changes. The win marks a pro-European shift as Magyar campaigned on restoring the rule of law, fighting corruption, repairing relations with the EU and NATO. Record turnout of 79.5% underscored public demand for change, with international leaders like Ursula von der Leyen and Joe Biden hailing the result as a victory for democracy. Orban conceded defeat on election night, calling the result painful but clear. PiSA's victory is seen as a setback for global far-right figures, including Donald Trump. Magyar, a 45-year-old former insider turned reformer, plans to visit Poland. It's kind of like, it is kind of interesting though, that like Magyar was in Orban's sphere at first. Oh, okay. It kind of seems like it's not like a huge shift, but I do think that like there is something about the fact that like Viktor Orban uh Viktor Orban is like the blueprint for MAGA American politics. Like the MAGA party is kind of built off of the idea of what like Orban did in Hungary. As a matter of fact, a lot of leaders on the right have used Orban as a model, like visited Hungary and learned from Orban about how to like, corrupt democracy to a point where you always win and whatever. So there's there's something about the fact that he lost, you know? Like there's something about that I find interesting. It's kind of like the universe being like the age of this is kind of over, sort of thing. The inside story about how a visit by Pope Francis helped lead to the crushing defeat of Viktor Orban. Let's see, election. Do you all want to watch the election victory speech? Or fuck it, whatever. We might as well. Give me a sec. So this is the election victory speech for this Peter dude or whatever. Thank you for believing that it can be done. Thank you for believing that we can change our fate. Thank you for believing that we ourselves, the Hungarian people, write our own history. Thank you, thank you. He looks young. This guy is young. How young is this guy? Is he like... He's got to be like 40 or 50, right? Hold on. Let me pause. How old is this guy? Let me look this up. Peter. Oops. Peter. Let me just... Peter Magyar. 1981? Holy shit. What the fuck? This guy is not that much. He's like 12 years older than me. Oh my god, that's not that. He's like 40. Holy, he's like mid 40s. Holy shit, he's young. Oh my god. Okay, so just a little bit about him. Hungarian politician, lawyer, led the party to victory, blah, blah, blah. Former member of Hungary's governing party. He garnered nationwide attention when he announced his resignation from all government-related positions. After expressing deep dissatisfaction with how Fidesz was governing the country on fit. He announced his desire to form a new political platform for those dissatisfied with the government established position. Freddie's being very, very cute right now. You missed it, but he was being very cute. What was I doing? Oh yeah. He assumed leadership of the formerly unknown and respected the unknown Respect and Freedom Party. Party secured second place by similar percentage vote. Okay, here we go. He described himself as a critical pro-European and conservative liberal. Ugh. So, like, not someone I would like, and not someone that I would support, but he definitely sounds like he's a little bit better, probably, than Orban. But, hold on. Let me go to his political views here. Often described as conservative liberal, combining market-oriented economic views, emphasis on civic responsibility, rule of law, and national culture. He frequently states that his movement seeks to move adopting the euro. During the campaign, strike a balance between taking more assertive critical positions towards Russia, vowing to end dependence on Russian energy. Oh, really? Okay. I mean, like Hungary is almost sort of like it's not a vassal state of Russia, but like for the longest time, Hungary has been sort of like a puppet of Russia, and so like it's interesting. Thanks so much. The first 5 years. degenerate. This guy is young, 40 or 50. Us in America who have an 80-year-old president. Yeah. Hungary's new guy is 25 years younger than I. Mid 40s isn't young for European politics. The U.S. is one of the only countries that regularly elects seniors. Most leaders in Europe are 30. No, I'm aware of that. I just meant like young for America. Like I get that Europe is different. He's supposed to enact term limits of 4 years. Made the same exact gag sound when I'm reading conservative liberal. Thanks. Jinx. Oh yeah, it's funny. Uh, yeah. I mean, like, kind of gross. Let's see here. I mean, uh, just trying to read a little bit about him. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he seems kind of not great, but like, I mean, like better than Orban, right? Like, oh, domestic abuse allegations. Let's see here. I don't really. I'm realizing I don't really care about this. But yes. Let me just watch his little speech or whatever. Hungarian people said yes to Europe. They said yes to a free Hungary. They said yes to represent them, to help them keep the country in order. Because this is a Hungarian government responsibility of the Hungarian government. I call on the outgoing prime minister to act as an executive government. For the same, making decisions to tie the hands of the next government. Who's this person that was like standing? Hungary will once again be a strong ally to European Union and NATO. Ukraine is supposed to open the pipeline now. Wonder if Netanyahu's support had a part. Conservatives conserve exactly what? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. From now on, we will not be a country without consequences. Those who stole the country must take responsibility. I know it's hard to live with defeat, especially a big and well-deserved defeat. Oh, that's so funny. I know it's hard to live with your ass getting beat, especially when you deserve it. That's snarky. Like that's some snarky shit. I know that you're also maybe angry with us, maybe even with me personally, because being in the opposition is difficult. They look so 90s, yeah. It is difficult to see politicians in power who are not loved. I know it's difficult. But I here today promise you that I will also be your prime minister. Well, yes, that is the job that you were elected to do. I will be prime minister of all Hungarian people. I will work 24 hours a day, every day of the week. I don't believe that you will be working 24 hours a day because you have to sleep and eat and shit and piss and stuff. Heal the wounds and accept each other. You have the different political views. I will represent you too. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. The rhetoric is less overtly authoritarian, I guess, than Orban. Like this guy's still a conservative, so I don't really think that that's gonna be so amazing or whatever. I know John Oliver must be saying holy shit. Yeah, that's kind of interesting because didn't John Oliver just do a segment about Orban and about how he's probably gonna lose? He does dance around the LGBTQ questions when asked. I was curious about that. I was because I know Hungary is like really dog shit about LGBTQ rights, especially under Orban. So I'm kind of curious what uh what his stances were on that. I did the LADDS 500 bike relay last Saturday. Wasn't too packed and it was fun. Oh well, cool. Congratulations. Meow. Freddy goes meow, 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 and he wants the pet. He goes, "Man, give me the pet." He goes, "Mom, give me the pet." Well, you got the pets, Fred. I think the FBI just classified us all as terrorists because gender extremism gave the FBI funding to come after, investigate, and monitor LGBTQ people. Blood Neo, hello. Welcome to the stream. I heard, wasn't there something earlier? Someone said, let's, where is this? Where is it? Oh yeah, someone earlier said FBI NSPM 7 gender extremism has got me worried. If we're not discussing politics tonight, feel free to just ignore this. Sorry, Amaranthine Dreams. I was not ignoring you. I was just kind of sucked into talking about the other thing. But let me pull this up. Okay. So the FBI's 2027 budget proposes a $166 million increase for counterterrorism efforts, target what the Trump administration labels gender extremism, explicitly equating it with domestic terrorism under national security presidential memorandum. This initiative establishes the NSPM 7 Joint Mission Center, a new hub coordinating personnel from 10 federal agencies to proactively surveil and prosecute individuals deemed to hold extremism on migration, race, and gender, or to oppose traditional American views on family, religion, and morality. Oh my God. Oh my fucking God. That's so. Hey. It's so bad. The policy, framed as an effort to dismantle left-wing terrorism, identifies anti-American, anti-capitalism, and anti-Christianity as core ideological threats alongside gender extremism, while the administration argues this addresses a class of domestic terrorists motivated by recent political events. The ACLU and other critics describe the move as an intimidation tactic intended to silence political dissent or conflated opposition. Yeah, so like, okay, let me put it like this. Let me put it like this. Uh, do I think that the FBI is gonna come after me for making YouTube videos? Do I think that the FBI is going to come after me as a quote unquote domestic terrorist for making YouTube videos? No. But I do think that doing things like this scares people for sure. Um, I I think that it's quite clear that like this is an intimidation tactic, and this is something that they can't really like if they tried to come after me as a domestic terrorist, like do you know how quickly that shit would go to the Supreme Court? Let's be honest. Like the government comes after me, a YouTuber, as a domestic terrorist. Like that shit's going to court, and like good luck convincing a judge that like a trans YouTuber is like a fucking domestic terrorist. So it's going to go up to the Supreme Court and like get shot down essentially. Like do I think that they're going to say that they're going to do this? Yes. Do I think they're actually going to do this? No. And also like you have to consider the fact that like a lot of the people that work in the FBI are horrible people. Like, let me be clear. Like the CIA and the FBI are full of horrible sociopathic freaks. But um, oh, scares me as a person who was personally targeted and doxxed by a politician in a red state. Well, first of all, I'm extremely sorry that happened to you. I'm extremely sorry that you don't deserve that. No one deserves that. And again, extremely sorry that happened to you. It is scary. Like it's for sure scary. And I think that like it is wise to be aware and scared of this kind of thing. Like that makes sense to me. I am also worried about it. I'm not trying to rule out the fact that it could happen or that they could use this or that whatever. I'm not trying to say never kind of thing, but I am trying to say that like I do think that a lot of this is essentially a scare tactic kind of thing. It's like bathroom bans in a lot of states. There are a lot of trans bathroom bans in, like Texas has it, Florida has it, whatever. But like, how many people are actually getting arrested for this shit? Like nobody. Like nobody's getting arrested for it because like it's the point is to scare you. Like the point is not actually to arrest people or to enforce the law. The point of the law is to make you feel like being trans is not allowed. Like that's the whole point. Like the point of this is to make me feel like I need to quit my job. Right? Like they're doing this FBI shit. I'm supposed to look at that and be like, "Oh fuck, like I have to stop making YouTube content." Am I going to do that? No, because then they would win. Oh, let's see here. I'm going to start a new party. The Cthulhu party motto is no lives matter. Funny. I just hope I can still do my legal name change and get my passport. I'm in the US and my girlfriend lives in Canada. Legal name change is like possible everywhere. There is no place in the US that you can't get a legal name change. Like you're allowed to change your name pretty much in any state with if you follow the process. There's essentially nothing they can do about that because it's not gender related. And you can get a passport probably, but it's probably going to have the wrong gender marker on it. And there are instances of people getting their documents held for sure. Never rule out the worst case scenario. I did respond to that. Comes down to free expression, freedom of speech. Yeah, no, I agree. Did you hear what Graham Plattner said about impeaching two of the SCOTUS? No, tell me more about that, Red Fire Blue Ice. Hello, Katana. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Brenta, welcome. Even says people are starting to speak out against the ban. Yeah. Oh, gosh. Subbed. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's really nice of you. Welcome. Hope you uh enjoy the stream and stuff. That's something I very much enjoy doing. I am happy to be here and do stuff. Illinois allows changing birth certificates. Time to step up the content. LOL, though I'm waiting on the name change for a few. Oh, that's a fair point about separate from gender marker. Yeah. Brent A. Oh. Oh, okay, I see. I had Brenta. Yeah, I didn't really know what the name was. I just thought it was Brenta. Ah. Gender extremism, what actual fuck? Oh, like sick macho cowboy violent actual anti-trans Santa. Yeah, gender extremism would actually be like radical like the trans exclusionary radical feminist. Like it's funny because like that's gender extremism. You know what I mean? Like gender critical people, that's gender extremism. Like being trans or having a healthy understanding or relationship with your gender is like the opposite of gender extremism. I don't know if you see the link. You cannot send links on YouTube. If you want to send me a link, you either have to send it on Twitch or you have to send it on Discord. I live in Texas, no problem with the name change documents. I got an attorney to make sure it was correct and no flaws. Yes. Yeah, like even in the most red states, you can get a legal name change. Like it's really not hard to get a legal name change. Uh Gender marker stuff is the stuff that they're really coming after. What do you think for those of us who already have the correct marker on the passport, they're not invalid, are they? They like the wording of the way that they did the executive order and stuff. Yeah, they do consider that to be not valid. Uh like if you use that passport, there is the potential that they will hold the passport, like hold the document. There's also the potential that they could try to get you on well, let me look. It's been a long time since I've gone over the passport stuff. Majority Report has mentioned it. They consider us existing as radical. Yeah. So let's see here. Executive Order 14168 directed federal agencies to issue identification documents based on sex assigned at birth. As a result, State Department stopped issuing passports with X, only allows M or F. Supreme Court stayed the injunction. Okay. So as of now, the State Department is again only issuing passports reflecting sex assigned at birth and not honoring self-identified gender markers. So, okay. Passports issued before January 20th, 2025 with an X or updated gender marker will remain valid until expiration. Renewals or new applications must reflect sex assigned at birth, regardless of gender identity. ACLU and Lambda Legal are involved in ongoing litigation. Yeah, so like if your document was changed or whatever, the Majority Report is part of the Young Turks, right? No. No, they are not. No, they are not. The Majority Report is their own thing. They are not part of the Young Turks. Also, Majority Report is like not centrist. Like it's like literally not. Like I don't. Okay. Sam got his start on TYT, I thought. Alrighty. Well, he was like an actor, right? So he did Bob's Burger. Let's see here. He did a number of voice acting roles. Liberal centrist. Oh boy. Sam Cedar is a progressive. He is not a centrist, and he's not a liberalist. Sam Cedar actively argues against neoliberalism. I don't. Oh boy. See, like I don't understand how people are think that the Majority Report is like centrist. Like I just don't understand how you could possibly think that unless you don't watch the Majority Report. You know? Like they're pretty. Maybe my Overton window is too far left. Well, like I think maybe if you're like a tanky, they might come off as maybe like centrist. If you're like, we need to be out in the streets literally doing the revolution right now, maybe then yeah, maybe they, but like that's not centrist though. Like that, like if you're radical left, you know, like that doesn't make Sam a centrist. The Majority Report is social democratic stuff. No, it's really not. Like really not. Not a hashtag not a tanky. Well, I wasn't saying that you are a tanky. I was saying if you are like if you are extremely left like a tanky, then I can understand how maybe the Majority Report isn't like. Yeah, well, Sam isn't the only person on the Majority Report, right? Like Sam is a single person on the Majority Report, but he's not like Emma Vigland is on there, Matt Leck. Like, these are extremely progressive people. Like, they're not. Uh, what? They are centrist in that they dismiss American genocide as old history. What the fuck are you? I'm sorry, but what are you talking about, Rusty? What? What are you? What? What? Uh, I don't know if I really care to. Progressive are sock dems. No, that's not what that means. No, that's not what it means. Like yes, some progressives are sock dems, but that does not mean that every progressive is inherently a sock dem. And also, being social democrat is like okay. I disagree, but I'll shut up. No, like you're allowed to disagree with me. Um, you're allowed to disagree with me, but I'm just saying that like if you're Sam Cedar declared himself as not anti-Zionist. What? He literally he talks about how Zionism is bad all the time, and also so does Emma. I I I'm gonna be honest. I feel like a lot of you don't watch the majority. Like maybe you watched the Majority Report 5 years ago, and you're basing everything off of that. Like have you guys watched the the Majority Report recently? Have you watched them recently? Mainly when Majority Report glazes politicians who haven't been elected yet. I'd also like if they were more queer and indigenous guests. Yeah, I would agree with like wanting more queer representation or indigenous representation, sure. But he equivocates. The difference between liberal and leftist is that liberals want to reform capitalism and leftists want to get rid of capitalism, right? I would say that that is a little bit of an oversimplification, but generally speaking, you are right. And I would say that Sam Cedar, like himself, is like leftists want to get rid of capitalism. I like I think it's more he is critical but not strong in condemnation of Israel. What I I'm sorry. I maybe I should just stop engaging with this topic. He is critical but not strong in condemnation of Israel. I I just don't believe that you're right. And also like he like Emma is a part of the show and she is very very loud in her condemnation of Israel and Zionism. And so is Matt Leck and so is like Sam maybe Sam is less progressive or left than Emma, but I don't think that that makes him a centrist, and I don't think that makes him like weak and like he is anti-Zionist. He's called it a genocide. He is very anti-Israel. I think the only thing I've seen him see about or say about Israel that's not like condemnation is that like he has said before that he understands why some Jewish people like have a relationship with Israel that's like complicated. Like he's admitted like yeah, like I get that there are some Jewish people who have like an emotional connection to Israel that's like rooted in their religion or whatever, but like he also says that like hey, you have to be aware of like the evil that they're doing and that like even if you have some emotional connection to the country, like they're committing a genocide. So, uh, progressives are sock dem. Sorry, but this is how the overtime minimum gets ratcheted to the right. Well, I think you make a mistake by saying, like, if you say all progressives are sock dems and all leftists are socialists and anti-capitalist, like, I just think that's an oversimplification. I'm not saying that you're wrong entirely. A lot of progressives are sock dems and a lot of leftists are socialists. Like, I'm not saying that you're 100% wrong, but like, I just think that is like an equivocation that's a little bit oversimplified, is all I'm saying there. Mm. I think Finkelstein is stronger against them. Some of them are also a part of the leftist mafia. I'll try the majority report again. I'd love to be wrong. It's how I learn. Here in the U.S., we don't have a left wanting to seize property and capital, so I'll take what I can get with media. They're a sock dem or liberal, whatever. I don't care. Both want health care. Israel is a colonizer state. What? I'm so confused. Wait, what are you confused about? I'm sorry. What are you confused about? What's the definition? Left and center. You said he's a centrist earlier. All right. Oh, Freddie. Let's see here. What about James Carville? That person is a piece of shit. Like James Carville is a centrist, or if that, I don't even think centrism is really a thing. I think James Carville is kind of a conservative Democrat. All is like never and always, usually distorted by opinion. Yeah, like I just don't think that you should make such statements like that. Sorry, hold on. Centrism is not a thing. What? Yeah, centrism is not a thing, and you can be confused all you want at that. If you don't want to understand or interact with the point that I'm making, that's cool. Then do whatever the fuck you want. Frankly, I don't feel specifically like I have to justify myself or my beliefs or stances to you specifically, Mr. Brent A. Never cared for James Carville. James Carville has been like needed to like leave things forever. Like he's so stupid. He's so stupid. Justify how centrism is not a thing, please. Because centrism is the idea that somehow you can have a compromise or a political belief system that is coherent but includes parts of both the left and the right, which is fucking stupid and not really possible when the right is like this far right hyper Christian nationalist fucking religious ethno state wanting party, and leftism is like this, at the very least social democracy, but at the farther end it's like a socialist whatever. Centrism is not coherent, agreed. Yeah, it's not like a real political ideology. Like centrism is not like, this is going to sound mean, But centrism is just stupidity. Like, if you're a centrist, it just means that you're a fucking idiot. And if you're a Republican, that means you're even more of a fucking idiot. Like, there's a gradient of being a fucking idiot, and Republicans and conservatives are the most fucking idiotic. And then centrists are slightly less fucking idiotic, but also extremely stupid. Just because centrism is not coherent doesn't mean it's not a thing, but yeah, centrism is no ideology. Totally agreed, my bad. Well, Brent, I feel like you do this thing, and you are doing this thing in my chat where you are like, are you autistic? Like, I'm autistic. I'm not asking that in a mean way, but are you being you're being quite autistic in my chat, and I don't know. I don't know. It's just like, if I make a point and you immediately jump in my chat and you're like, well, actually, what do you mean by when you say this is a thing? Are you like, you're kind of doing this thing. You're kind of doing this thing where, you're like, just because centrism is not coherent doesn't mean that it's not a thing, but can you just interact with the point that I'm trying to fucking make and not do this thing that you're doing? You're not autistic, no? Oh, okay. Well, maybe you should get tested for that because you're kind of acting like it. I think most people mean I like the status quo and don't want radical change when they say they're centrist, which is usually a neolib, but not always. Yeah, I would say most centrists are actually just conservatives. You know what I mean? I would think that most people who are centrist are actually just conservatives, but they're less conservative than most conservatives, so they call themselves a centrist. And then neoliberal Democrats are essentially the least right wingers. They're like I guess neoliberal Democrats would be closer to what we would actually consider centrism, but that's again, I just think that centrism is just not a thing, really. Um here. I'm not okay with the ratcheting of the Overton window. When did I ever say that I was or whatever? And the fact that the fact that you heard a single take of mine and you're like, you're actually ratcheting the Overton window. Oh God, oh. It's I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand why you gotta be doing that in my chat. We live in an ideological wasteland. Basically, we need to get back to foundational interhuman, sympathetic, empathetic relations with each other. Yeah, no, I get that. I agree. I don't see why we have to do this whole internet bullshit where it's yeah, that's why I'm listening. That's why I subbed. Well, I appreciate you. Just I don't know. I don't fucking care anymore. It's whatever. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. I am wondering why you got banned from Jack's chat, though. Curious as to how that happened. Curious as to how that happened. Let's see here. In the spirit of centrism, I do legit agree with you both. That's very funny. That's very funny. Very funny indeed. Okay. Everybody's a critic, eh? Chat platforms are always lacking in true expression. That's true. Online expression kind of makes it impossible to have good conversation a lot of the times. I was a centrist in my late teens, early 20s. Now I consider myself financially conservative, socially progressive. At the time, it made sense to me. Oh, I used to consider myself. Oh, I thought you said I now. I don't know how I misread that. My bad. Oh God. That's kind of one of the things though that's interesting though. Like if you're financially conservative and you're socially progressive, like I understand that at the time that made sense to you, but like if you really start to think about that, like it falls apart extremely quickly. Hi, chat and Leah. I think I've been in this chat before after a raid. I can't keep track. I come in peace. Welcome, JFO. Hope you are well or something. I don't know, but welcome to the chat. Give Brent a kiss. Wait, are you talking to me, Rusty? I don't know who you're talking to. Uh, oh, I already read that. Jack had some bad info about reports of XTN nationalism from bad sources, and I used to correct her about it using Hamut Meta as a source. It was not taken well. Let's see here. XTN nationalism. Oh, let's see here. XTN nationalism is an internet shorthand for Christian nationalism. Oh, why could you not have just said Christian nationalism? Why what the fuck is this like XTN why wait, what? Why are we what is this internet bullshit? Why are we what the fuck? Like oh lord. My bad. No, no, you're fine. I just don't understand why we can't just call like I kind of hate internet stuff like that. Like I just don't understand why we can't just call it Christian nationalism. Because I read your statement and I was like, what the fuck is XDN nationalism? Like what the fuck does that even mean? You know what I mean? And like, it's like why can't we just call it Christian nationalism? Because that's something that everyone already understands instead of coming up like with a new word for it. Maybe like Xmas? No, yeah, I get that. I'm just saying that like I don't understand why we got to come up with this new fucking word for it when it doesn't. Sorry, I thought you knew what that meant. No, I'm not like terminally online. I don't fucking know this shit. The term XDN is also used on platforms like Urban Dictionary to describe ex-Christians who have left the faith, but in the context of political violence and far-right extremism, it specifically refers to white supremacists and Trump supporters who use Christian rhetoric to justify political power. Uh, yeah, I mean, there's Christian nationalism in the military. That's just like a very real thing that happens. Good evening, time to crash, long day, take care, stay safe. You too, you too. Thank you for popping in as always. I hope you get some good rest, and I hope to see you again. um X is probably shorthand for Christian. Yeah, I get that. I just don't understand why, like, when we say Christian nationalism, why do we have to come up with a new term? Like, why can't we just call it Christian nationalism? You know what I mean? Like, it's just like an internet thing. Like, why do we got to call it something different when we already have a word for it that works? Because humans like their labels. No, I get that. I just think that like we have a label already, and so like the slang just doesn't feel useful to me because it's like why are we why can't we just call it Christian nationalism? Uh, let's see here. My bad. It won't happen again. Not sure what you mean. I disagree. That's not why. That is a 6-minute video. Me there. The military is one of, if not the most diverse workforces, despite what Kexpress wants. Yes, no, I agree, but like the structure of the military is like there are a lot of Christian nationalists at high levels in the military. That is true. And there are a lot of Christian nationalists in the military. That is true. And America is has a lot of DNA that is very Christian nationalist. So that is very true. XGN is just shorthand for Christian and takes fewer characters. That's all. I won't do it again. I've seen XDN all over. It's just shorthand for Christian. Well, I am not online enough to see that ever. I have never seen someone do XDN or whatever. I don't know if that's like a Twitter thing. I don't know if that's like I don't even know where that came from. Uh Definitely never something that I have heard of. We're gonna look this up a little bit. The US military is a cult? Kinda, yeah. Uh I need a source for high-level Christian nationalists in the military, to be honest. The source that you need for that is the fact that there were a bunch of complaints filed, uh here it is. How do I not? Oh god, I don't want to fucking pay you money. I don't want to pay you money. US troops were told war in Iran was all part of God's divine plan, Watchdog alleges. Religious freedom group says 200 troops sent complaints of superiors using extremist Christian rhetoric to justify war. U.S. military commanders have been invoking extremist Christian rhetoric about biblical end times to justify involvement in the Iran war to troops, according to complaints made to a watchdog group. The Military Religious Freedom Foundation says it has received more than 200 complaints from service members across all branches of armed forces, including Marines, Air Force, and Space Force. One complaint, identified as a non-commissioned officer in a unit that could be deployed at any moment, in Iran, told MRFF in a complaint viewed by The Guardian that their commander had urged us to tell our troops that this was all part of God's divine plan, and he specifically referenced numerous citations out of the book of Revelation referring to Armageddon and the imminent return of Jesus Christ. He said that President Trump has been anointed by Jesus to light the signal fire in Iran to cause the Armageddon to mark Jesus' return to Earth. The NCO's complaint was filed on behalf of 15 troops, including 11 Christians, 1 Muslim, and 1 Jewish person. The complaint was first shared with Jonathan Larson. Anytime Israel or the U.S. is involved in the Middle East, we get this stuff about Christian nationalists who have taken over our government, and certainly our U.S. military. Military members are not really able to stand up for themselves because your military superior is not your shift manager at Starbucks. In a statement, Weinstein suggested reports indicate an increase in Christian extremism in the military, noting that the complaints report the unrestricted euphoria of commanders who perceive a biblically sanctioned war that is clearly undeniable signs of the expeditious approach of the fundamentalist Christian end times. Christian end times. God, I really hope we just surrender and move on from this war. That's not gonna happen. I like it. Less characters means less typing. I think it created more typing because by saying XDN, you then had to go through and explain to me what the fuck that was, and so it really did not save you any time at all. Let's see here. Knitting Cult Lady has multiple videos about the military, like MR. You can also bug me sometimes, but overall good politics. Military used to beat the racism out of you before Hegseth. I'm a vet and still streamed about that crap. God, I really hope we just surrender and move on from this war. Oh, I already read that. Let's call them ex-natties. They'll love that, I'm sure. Never mind, they'll just embrace. An admiral said this. I actually don't remember what I just read. What level of government it was, but Xmas Christmas. Well, that's a broad that's a broad assumption that you made there. Dun, dun, dun. Everyone take a deep breath and drink some water. Love you all. Love you too, Health. I appreciate all of you for being here and for being engaged and being a part of the community. It means a lot to me. I appreciate all of you so very much. Thank you, Vampire Hunter, for the follow on Twitch. You're amazing. Thank you. Appreciate that very much. Welcome. Uh, okay. Anyway, yeah, there have been a lot of reports of Christian nationalism kind of being a big thing in the military right now, which would make sense. I mean, you're going to get people who are being kind of pushed out of the military by people like Hegseth and others who want there to be more Christian nationalism. Like there have been a lot of generals who have been replaced and stuff. So yeah, a lot of it probably, a lot of those people that they replaced were probably Christian nationalists, and just it's a lot of it in the military, unfortunately, especially with like the current Trump admin. Like, not every admin is like that. Mm-mm-mm. But yeah, water is good. I need to drink some fucking water for sure. For sure. It doesn't mean someone's chronically online to know a slang word, nor mean someone's stupid for never hearing one thing said one way. It's all okay. Yeah. I just yeah. That's why recruitment is declining. Yeah, and I mean, we saw in that one article, like with the complaints that were being filed against uh high level people in the military, there's like some of the people that complained were Christians, because like even if you're Christian, that doesn't mean that you're like on board with like trying to create some biblically relevant war. You know what I mean? Like just because you're a Christian doesn't mean that you're excited for like the second coming of Jesus and Armageddon and blood and war and stuff. So um oh, holy fucking shit. It is tax day, by the way. That is holy shit. It is tax day. That is a real thing. Yeah. MRFF is not a legitimate source, for fuck's sake. Well, Brent, I guess what? You're too smart for this community. I'm sorry to say this, Brent, but you have proven yourself so intelligent, so well read, so well researched, so incredible that you're just too good for us. You're just too good for my Poony Whittle channel. I think you're just gonna have to go start your own YouTube channel, because you're so correct so much of the time that you like clearly we're all just living in Brent's world. And if Brent went and made a YouTube channel, they would be the most accurate YouTuber. They would only say the most correct things. What does MRFF mean? I don't even remember the name or the acronym, but it's like a military religious freedom foundation. It's basically it's a nonprofit to protect the constitutional separation of church and state, US military. So like what we were talking about were people that like there were like a bunch of complaints at that were levied against the American military. Like a lot of soldiers were complaining about the fact that there was generals and higher ups being like, "Hey, we want to kill everybody and start Armageddon." I'm going to head off to bed. Y'all stay safe and badass. You too, Katana. Thanks for always being here. I appreciate you. Get some good rest. Literally every nanosecond is just an end time for something. Just saying. Kitty meow meow, kitty kitty meow meow. true and real. Lima likes Homestuck. Welcome to the stream. First time chat. Holy shit. Incredible. Welcome. Happy to have you here. Hope you enjoy your stay. I even didn't know that evangelicals hate Catholics. Yep. Yep. Uh, Side note, I just noticed how pretty your hair looks today. My autistic ass loves pattern recognition via pseudo accounting hair ripples. Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, I mean, I washed it last night, I think, so it was good, or the night before, or something. Um, yes, yes, indeed. Also, sorry for hyper fixating on that Brent chatter. I just like sometimes a chatter pops into chat, and I just get really bad vibes from them, and I am not gonna lie to any of you. The second that that Brent person popped into chat, my bad vibe detector started going off in my pocket. And I pulled it out and I looked at it. And it said, this Brent A person is a piece of shit. I'm kidding. But really, um, sometimes when people chat, like, I just don't like their vibes. And I kind of become maybe a little antagonistic towards them, and I understand that that might be a character flaw of mine, but it is simply the way I am, and if someone rubs me the wrong way, I'm just gonna behave as such, unfortunately. So, uh, like, I do not apologize for how I interacted with that individual, but I do apologize for spending so much time doing it. That's a very old thing. Evangelicals used to be pro-choice because being anti-choice was a Catholic thing or whatever. I feel like I pulled the pin on a grenade. What grenade? Wait, what? Health, what did you do? What did you do? You didn't do anything, right? I'm reading back on chat. I don't remember you saying anything that, like, caused anything bad. Yeah, I'm reading back on chat here, Health, and I don't see anything here. 8647. I don't know. What? That's a random chat. Postpone Malone. Interesting username you got there. Mm. Like you said earlier, you were in charge of sculpting your chat culture via cultivating conversations you find enriching. Yeah, it just felt like this Brent person had a deep desire to be right 100% of the time. And I don't like people like that because, like, I may not be the most accurate person in my analysis, but, like, I don't think that that's necessarily like I don't think that I need to be 100% accurate all the time to be worthwhile of having this channel and talking and whatever. I feel like, like, I'm allowed to make mistakes, and I'm allowed to have misconceptions, and I'm allowed to have belief systems that may not be 100% anchored in the reality that Brent thinks is reality. But, like, when people come into chat and they're like, you need to, you gotta justify all of your beliefs to me right now because, I'm important. Like, I hate that shit. It rubs me so wrong. It's like I don't pop into other people's chats being like, you need to give me your source. Oh, like, you know what I mean? I just can't do that shit. Desegregation happened and Republicans used abortion to recruit all the upset racist evangelicals. You're all good. I've been enjoying the stream while I work on my sheet music. Oh, that's cool. What kind of sheet music are you working on? I'm kind of curious. Are you composing or are you practicing? When I asked if Majority Report was a part of TYT. Oh, okay. I don't think that that was a problem. I mean, that did spawn a conversation partially, but I don't think that that was a problematic question. I think the problematic part was when someone popped into chat and started being, like, making the vibes bad. Or whatever. You got it correct. Thank you. Happy to get it correct. Red flag, almost had a slur there. Red flag alert. Yes. Your intuition is correct, Leah. I've been around Brent enough to know their personality type. Yeah. Yeah. There's like, I don't know, some leftists come off as completely insufferable assholes. And like I just can't I just can't do it. I just can't do it. Like one of the things that I hate most in this world are arrogant leftists who think they're like the best leftists. You know what I mean? Like there's that meme about leftism where it's like I am the one true leftist, you know? And like I just some people just really give that kind of energy and it like really fucking makes me mad. It just really makes me mad. Just woo. Mm. That is how some lefties are IRL. If they get frustrated and walk away, so be it. Everyone else want to work together and not mince definitions. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like I'm fine with them leaving. That's totally fine with me. Ever watch Antichrist 45? No, is that like a documentary or is that like something is that like a Netflix thing or something? Like where can I find that? I'm guessing it's about well, I don't know what it's about. What I've learned from DSA is they have unreasonable goals and they will destroy oop, everything if they don't get their way. I do think there are some DSA chapters that are good. I do think there are some DSA chapters that are fucking terrible. Um, did you already cover that Trump insane Jesus AI pick? Yes. Yeah, that was actually the first part of the stream. I think we talked about it for a pretty long time. So, yeah. The whole if you haven't read this book, don't talk to me is so annoying, bruh. Yeah, like when Brent was like, I'm well read actually. That was like the first red not the first red flag, but that was one of the red flags where it's like, yeah, I've read books too. That doesn't make me like a better leftist than you. Like that's not like this isn't like a dick waving contest about who read the most books. You know what I mean? It's damn leftists ruined leftism. True and real. The way Brent kept crashing out into okay, I'll just shut up felt so immature and a binary flip flop between pushback and approval seeking. Yes. Yes, exactly. Like I'm allowed like if you're allowed like if Brent's gonna come into my conversation and like push back and oh and poke at my arguments, like I'm allowed to poke at his arguments or their arguments, what I don't know what their pronouns are, but like I'm allowed to poke back at their arguments, but then they're just gonna be like, okay, well I'll just shut up then. Like what? I like are we having a discourse or are you just like you know what I mean? I see Michael Moore is making a new video called Fahrenheit 11.9. Wait, what the fuck? Is it wait, what? Oh, is it called Fahrenheit 9/11? Well, that's the wait, hold on. It says it was in 2018. Wait, what? Uh, what? I'm confused. Health, I'm confused. Um, I am the one true leftist gives religious vibes, like how people think their version of Christianity is correct. Yes, and we talked about that earlier. Exactly. I'm speaking from Texas. It's insane here. Yeah. Brent is terminally theory brained. Yeah. No judgment here. It can be so hard. It takes me a lot of time to learn certain stuff, but if it ever appeals to you, I encourage you to try again. Yeah, what was that a reference to? I forget. You write music. I tried to learn. It's hard. I got frustrated and quit. Music is hard to learn, but it's just it's like learning a new language, right? So like if you approach learning music theory as if you're learning a new language with all the rules and all the stuff that comes with that, it can definitely help frame how hard it is because like learning a new language is hard. It's doable, but it's hard. But I totally get you that it's frustrating. Everybody's a little bit wrong a little bit of the time. Yeah, no, for sure. And I'm totally open to being wrong. I just like don't want to be wrong and then someone in chat be like, "Well, actually, Leah, have you considered the fact that maybe you're a fucking idiot?" Like, yes, I have thought about that before. So, you know, uh congrats on your independent recordings. Wishing you and your band a joyful, calm creative process. He's on YouTube, but is the closest thing to a real Christian view. No, a Fahrenheit 11.9. Hey, Grace, welcome. Sorry, I'm catching up on chat right now. 11.9 is the 11th. That's 2018. I didn't watch that. It's about the midterms. Uh, I'm not finding anything like super recent, right? Like I'm finding things from 2018. Um, yeah, I don't know. Ah. I'm not. That's the difference between you and me. I have the octagon activated 360 vision, no blind side. Yeah, that's the difference between you and me. I've read every book that ever exists, and I am the perfect leftist. Like I was thrown in a nuclear reactor and stripped apart at an anatomical level, and when I reconstructed myself as basically a goddess, I became the one true leftist. And now anyone that disagrees with my personal interpretation of leftism shall be teleported to the moon to choke on moon dust. Moon dust. 911 was a documentary or mockumentary. 451 was the book about fire. Yeah. Well, yeah. But like the Fahrenheit 11.9 stuff, like Fahrenheit 9/11 was 2004, written by starring Michael Moore. And then there's Fahrenheit 11.9, which is 2018, examines the first Trump presidency. All I can say is I can't wait to see the return of House of Dragon. Fuck yeah, it's like the monolith in 2001 Space Odyssey. Thanks so much. I do. Yeah, I interacted with an alien obelisk, and it gave me the perfect knowledge of leftism. I touched the alien technology, and it imparted onto me a perfect understanding of leftist politics. Oh gosh. I do have some music out there, some demo recordings, handful of MIDI arrangements. Ah. Music is great. I do love music. I do recommend that people have hobbies or things they love or care about because the world is a dark place. And yeah, it's an 11-minute video. Oh, I'm seeing a documentary, or maybe this is like a YouTube video that I need to look up or something. I'll look it up after stream. Health. I'll look it up after stream. That's also what happened to Marx and he. Leah, I enjoyed the hell out of that language-like metaphor for the gradual labor of studying, absorbing, and applying music theory. It comes in cyclical layers of learning, exploring, and integrating, etc. Yeah, yeah, for sure. And like, and part of music composition is learning the rules of the language so that you can inevitably break them. Like, that's one of the most interesting things about learning about the history of music composition is that like if you look at the history of music composition, the complexity of music increased over time, and like as people learned about rules and standards and whatevers, they also learn to disregard those things to create new kinds of music to push forward the art form. Like essentially all new kinds of music are a form of rebellion against the previously this is how music is done kind of idea. Like if you look at like Gregorian chant, right? Like traditional Gregorian chant is like a single voice singing a single line of music. But when you like move forward in the history of music, all of a sudden you get harmony and you get all these other things that are brought in over time. And like those things are originally viewed as like heretical or like uh bad, but you know, people start to like people used to view enjoying music with harmony as like the same kind of thing as like having sex outside of marriage. It's like a sin. Like the pleasures, you know, you're not allowed to have pleasure. Um Prothean beacon of leftism. Exactly. Exactly. And you know what's so funny is when I was giving that example, I was literally like Mass Effect was playing in my fucking brain. Like that was the thing that was in my brain when I was saying that. Yes, YouTube video? Oh, okay. I will watch that after stream. Health. Mass Effect reference spotted. True and real. Helps keep my cortisol level low. Yeah, Mass Effect reference. I just started a replay after like 15 years. Nice. I love Mass Effect. My theory professors in uni always said the model is a lie that reveals the truth. Damn, that's cool. That's really cool. I'm off to work later, friends. Hey, see ya, Sputnik. Thank you for stopping by. Hope work goes well for you. I love all music genres, but my top favorite is progressive trance. I don't think I have a favorite, if I'm being honest with all of you. I like a lot of different kinds of music, and I would have a very, very hard time picking uh what kind of music I like the most. Like I like a lot of like really experimental electronic music that I'm not even really sure has a genre. Like, I don't know if anyone's ever heard of Thrift work, but I'll type the name of it in chat there. And if you want to look up an artist, a music artist that I really like, well, there you go. I'm like I was like in my Spotify Wrapped, my Spotify words English. God damn, I can't speak. Um, but in my Spotify Wrapped, I was like Thriftwork like I was like the 37th top listener of Thriftworks, which is kind of like fucking wild to me that I listen to more Thriftworks than like 100,000 people. But I do love Thriftworks. Love it a lot. Super recommend checking that out. I hear you. I too often compare myself to my bandmates and peers and feel inadequate. It can be tough, but just know that another person's abilities do not take away from your own. True and real, and thank you for typing that, Mossby. And also, Mossby, I hope your music stuff is going well. I love that. Love music stuffs. I'm going to go to sleep. I have the therapy appointment in the morning. You're good, Gwen. Love you too. See ya. Hope you get some good rest. And don't worry, like I'm probably not going to keep going for too much longer because I would like to go eat dinner soon. At first I thought you said craft work. Yeah. I'm having trouble speaking tonight. My brain is recovering from festival mode and I'm just like blah 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 blah. You know? I can never just say one type of music I like the most. It's totally a mood thing for me. Oh yeah, for sure. Like um I for sure listen to music based on my mood. But like there's definitely stuff that I like more than other stuff, you know? Like I do have preferences, but it's not in the sense of like I don't I would never say like I would never say I hate country because there are certain country musicians that are like older country musicians that I like, right? And I would never say I hate rap because like there are certain rap artists that I really like. And honestly, I actually kind of like rap. But like there's a lot of genres that like there are certain people, you know what I mean? They're like, "Oh, I hate metal" or whatever. But it's like, you know what? Like I doubt if someone listened to every metal artist, I doubt you would actually hate every single metal artist. Like there's probably one at the very least that you like. So it feels a little bit reductive and maybe a little bit close-minded to be like, "Oh, actually I hate all of this one specific genre of music because like unless you've listened to every single song in that genre of music, I don't think you really have the grounding to make that kind of statement. Uh, so like I don't know, I prefer to have a very open-ended view of music, and like I'll give any artist a try. And if I don't like them, I don't like them, but like you know what? Like I'm not going to say no on the face of like, oh, they don't do some specific genre that I like or don't like. Sorry, I can't do much country, but I do like a few songs, not two in a row though. Oh, I mean like I don't listen to country. Like I don't actively when I pull up Spotify, I 0% of the time choose to listen to country. But I'm just saying that like I'm not going to say that I don't like country because there are certain country songs and artists that I do like. And like I just think that some people are a little bit reductive about the way that they approach music where they're like they shut themselves off to entire genres of music because they think that like they think they're not going to like any of it. Yeah. It's been super stressful, but I'm determined to put my best effort forward. Yeah, for sure. No, I get you. Uh Playboy Party? What? I also don't really listen to a lot of popular music. Let's see here. Is this an artist? Playboy Carti? Let's see here. Holy shit, 42 million monthly listeners. Holy oh, they have a song with is that with Kaytranada? Wait, hold on. Go to album. Oh, The Weekend. Oh, okay. Wait, Timeless. Is that the same name as a Kaytranada song? I don't know. I suppose you're not a fan? I've never heard of them before. Honestly, the more popular an artist is, the less likely that it is that I listen to them. Like some artists that I really like Tipper, Flintwick, Tycho, Decca. Like a popular one, Glass Animals. That's a popular one that I like. Uh, Pendulum. That's another popular artist that I like. I'm just like typing these into chat. Late stream, can't believe you're still on. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna be on for too much longer, but I'm just sort of chatting at this point. Like don't really feel like continuing with the politics chat, so just sort of chatting about music. I have not actually. I'll check them out. Gorillas. I like some gorillas. I like some gorillas. I like them. Uh, Tycho is amazing. I love Tycho. The list is all bands I know from Festival and Fire Friends. That is a lot of the music that I listen to is very much influenced by yeah, like festival stuff. Here, I'll try to get some more obscure non-flow artists that people might not know about. Let's see. Edamame is a really good artist. Ambinate is a really great artist. People might listen in the flow community might listen to Sun Squabby. Sun Squabby is really good. Jade Cicada. I know a lot of people listen to Jade Cicada. Spoonbill, Mr. Bill. These are a lot of these people are still artists that are flow artists. Desmond Cheese. Desmond Cheese has been huge for me lately. I've been listening to a lot of Desmond Cheese. The Cheese. Actually, let me look at their profile real quick. Known for their eclectic mix of genres, Desmond Cheese seamlessly blends elements of hip hop, jazz, soul, and electric music, creating a unique and mellow sounds good. The band comprises producer Mac Cheese and Desmond Bagley. Oh, I see. Desmond Cheese. It's both of their names smashed together. That's cool. Do like me some Desmond Cheese. I know Charisma and Emancipator. I already know those for sure. They're good. I enjoy me some Tipper, seen him a few times. Yeah, it makes me sad that like I never saw Tipper live and Tipper is like done. Like Tipper is not going to have there I mean maybe someday Tipper will like come out of retirement or something and do a show, but like Tipper did his last shows last year and I didn't get to go to any of them cuz I didn't realize it was Tipper's last year until like the end of the festival season. So like I missed basically all of it. So like I've never seen a live Tipper performance, which makes me really fucking sad. Like, you have no idea how much it fucks me up that I'll probably never see Tipper live. Fucks me up a great deal. Mystery Skulls, that's a really good artist. Joywave, super good artist. Damage, if you're looking for a trans artist, Damage is fucking incredible. Underrated as all fuck. I don't know. Justice, McJenkins, uh Electric Mantis, that's a good one. I listen to a lot of stuff. I don't know. Mr. Fiji Ouija, that's a huge one. Damage is awesome. I fucking love Damage. She is genuinely so badass. Super duper love Damage. Let's see here. Engine de Poitrine. Let me look at Engine de Poitrine. Okay. You know what? Here, let me write some of this down real quick before I leave stream and instantly forget all of the stuff that I said I would look up. Cuz that happens. I'm like, "Oh, I'll look that up." And then I instantly forget. 11:9 Michael Moore YouTube between. Let's see. What else was recommended to me? I actually can't remember. Ugh. I do think microtonal music is pretty interesting also. Violin Valenti. Violin. I like violin. I'm not like the big like I'm more of a cello girly, but I do like a good violin. Remember when Deadmau5 got hella drunk and messed up his set? No. No, I don't. Changed Line? I feel like I've heard of that before. Change Line. I feel like I've heard Change Line. I feel like I've heard of you before. Wow, only 61,000 monthly listeners? That's like, let me see here. It will scratch your brain and eventually you'll like it. I can't tell much about Change Line. Like I can't tell what kind of artist this is. But I will listen to their music after stream. What else? What else we got here? Ray Volpe. Ray Volpe. What genre is Damage? Rap. Yeah, Bards of a Feather. Bar of a... Again, a very clever name. Play cello. You play cello, Grace? That's awesome. I love cello. There was actually there was at Flame, there was someone who did a performance with a flaming cello bow. Like she literally played a cello piece with a flaming cello bow. Like her cello bow was on fire It was so fucking cool. It was so cool. Do you listen to King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard? I think I've heard of that before, but no. I will King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Flaming bow? Yeah, like a flaming bow. It was genuinely super cool. It didn't I don't know, I guess they were probably using wicks on it, right? So like the wicks were probably not very thick, so it didn't burn for very long. Like I think it only burned for maybe 2 minutes. Um but yeah, she did a little cello solo performance with a flaming bow. It was freaking awesome. Mick paper napkins. Y'all are giving me some interesting things to look up after stream. I'm excited though. I love music. Like honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I fucking love music so much. So like listening to new music artists is something I super love. So I actually really do appreciate I really do appreciate you all giving me some recommendations. I'm super excited to check some of this out. Um how do you feel about harp? Harpistry is my lifeblood. I love harp. Oh, that's why your profile picture is a heart. Oh, that's cool. I actually for a short period of time I played a mini harp. I like would take it to school and stuff. Um I I think harp is a beautiful instrument. I have actually wanted to learn harp before. I've never like harp is kind of hard to get into because it's so fucking expensive. It's like piano, you know? Like you have to spend all the money to get into it. I'm guessing you could probably get like a renter at like a music store or something maybe, but seems like a little bit of a stretch. I'm curious about what your uh like what kind of harp do you play? Do you play like a full-sized harp? If so, I'm curious what that's like for you or whatever. You can't sleep to piano? Oh, really? Interesting. I find piano music very relaxing. Anyone in stream listen to the Queers? I will look them up, but thank you for sharing that. I volunteer as tribute if you ever do invest and want a volunteer tutor. That's funny. Um I'm sure I could figure it out. Like I'm sure if I started playing around with the harp, like it's basically a string piano, right? So like I've played piano and stuff, and I went to school for music and stuff. So I think I'd be all right. I think I'd be able to like work on it on my own. I think I'd be fine. But I appreciate the the offer. Yeah. But let's see here. Wow, it's been 3 hours and 30 minutes. That's kind of wild. It's kind of wacky and wild. Um yeah, I hope some of you check out the music that I shared, and I hope that some of you like it, and if you don't like it, then never come back. No, I'm kidding. It's totally fine if you don't. Ooh, another one I really like. El Huarvo. Really, really good. Oops, let me. There we go. Ah, I forgot about this artist. Have they put out anything new recently? Let me see. I haven't listened to them in a long time. Ooh, what? I think they put out a new album like really recently, 2026. When did this come out? Wait, how do I see? Okay, I see the album. How do I see the actual release? February 20th. Oh, okay, that was like 2 months ago. Fuck yes. I'm gonna have to check this out. Ugh, I love, they have these two albums. Um, one album is called A Thing with Feathers, which is really good. They have these two albums called Do Not Waste or Do Not Lay Waste to Homes. And then the second album is called Where You Must Rest Your Weary Bones. So I just think that's such a cool thing is they have two separate albums from 2012 that are like they're like based off of each other. You know, do not lay waste to homes where you must rest your weary bones. I think that's such a good, like that's such a like I don't know why, but that quote resonated with me a lot. Sounds like Cirque du Soleil to play a flaming cello. Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, I go to Florence festivals, which are basically modern circus festivals. So it kind of makes sense. Kind of makes sense. I'm only like 2 hours into the stream, so if you read this, I won't see it until later. I just wanted to say something that gave me hope lately. That fire and all you had to do was pay us enough to live. Now, I would never promote violence, but it's refreshing to see people getting creative. Yeah, like I think that that's a common sentiment among people, and it is very true. Whether you want to say it's good or bad, it's very true that as people feel less hope, like if people have nothing to live for, going to jail doesn't really bother them. Like if people have nothing to live for and they're struggling to survive, they might actually like find it. Oh my god, I'm hiccuping. Hold on. Okay. I think the hiccups are gone. Okay, I think they're gone. Okay, but yeah, basically what I was saying is that like as people like when conditions get bad enough, people don't mind making personal sacrifices like going to jail. Like if anything, if your life is bad enough, if your financial situation is bad enough, it's actually kind of appealing to like go to jail like a little bit. Like a little bit. Like you know what I mean? Like for some people like I I think they would prefer that to being like homeless and completely poor and suffering. Even though that's not like it's not a good system. It's not a good thing to want. It's not like I'm not saying you should all want to go to jail or whatever. But just like as people get more and more desperate, there are people that are willing to accept that level of uh risk and harm in order to achieve something that feels important to them. And that's like again going back to like the FDR shit. Like that is why, if rich people were smart, that's why they would do social programs. Because if rich people were smart, eh, like they would protect their own self-interest by like it really takes the fangs out of the middle class and out of a revolutionary like capitalism could probably limp on if they were to pass some things to like give relief to the middle class or whatever to try to prevent people from organizing against the wealthy. But like they're not doing any of that shit. So like clearly they don't care. And clearly they just wanted to try to extract as much wealth as possible before everything collapses. Material conditions are the driver for revolution. Exactly. My cousin used to go to jail every winter for a place. I have definitely heard of that happening as well. To be honest, after 2 decades of harp addiction, I have 7 harps of varying size and functionality from a 7-string lyre all the way up to 47-string concert grand pedal harp. Damn, that's cool. That's super cool though. Uh, I would love to like play all of those harps at some point. I would love to just like try a bunch of different harps. That sounds like such a cool thing. Remember that monk that immolated himself in protest of the Vietnam War? Yes, I do. Jails are a shelter and food is provided. Been in them, not prison, jail. And it's not for me, but I can see why some people would choose that over sleeping rough. Yes, I have also, like, I have known people who have gone to jail, and I have known people that prefer that to being on the streets. Um, do I think that that's good? You know, that's I'm not making a value judgment about it, but there are definitely people who they get used to the life inside of jail, and they get used to, I mean, you get shelter and you do get food. It's not good food, it's not good shelter, it's not good anything, but it is free, and you can just, you know, so yeah. Like, it really depends. Like, if your material circumstances in your life are good, then you're not gonna want any of that. You're not gonna want to take on that level of risk. But if you have nothing to live for, if you have nothing keeping you together, basically, then you just don't, you just kind of stop giving a damn, and you're willing to do uh a lot more, like, you know, radical stuff. Three hots and a cot can be found in the military or a prison. Those are your choices in America to some. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Exactly. To some people, those are their choices. History teaches us fascism is unsustainable and always crumbles eventually. Um, Three hots refers to meals and cot a bed. In case someone has never heard that, hots doesn't mean potties. Wait, well, yeah, that's what I assumed. I assumed it was like three meals and a bed. But like, did hots used to mean something else? Did hots used to mean toilets? Never heard of that before. If people don't stop, you deserve to taste more harp strings eventually, especially because it would vibe perfectly with your elf core Fae vibes. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Oh, Fwed. Oh, Fwed. He's a goober. He's such a good goober. He's a goober boy. Yes, he is. Bards of a Feather, I like your album art. That's super rad. I love the like plague doctor mask. That is really fucking cool. And it's also like, I love the lavender, and like that's a really cool album art. I'm excited to listen to your music, you know? Excited to see what that's like. Lately I desired to get into music production lately. And I don't think I'm going to do it because I can't afford you know, all the equipment you need for music production. It's a lot. Like, I would need a controller, I would need a keyboard, probably a mic, and all of that stuff together would just be really fucking expensive, and I just can't do it. I just can't do it. Can't afford it. I would like to, but you know, I have some really good ideas for music that I would love to make. Red Fire Blue Ice, good night, good night, good night. And I for instance, I've thought about doing, you know, like you do like jazz or the blues or whatever, but instead of using the typical chord progressions that you would use for that, or like, instead of using just like minor keys or whatever, you use like modes. Like, so you use like Phrygian or like Dorian, um or whatever, and you use that as like modal music as a foundation for the chord progressions for like jazz or whatever. So you use the same structure compositionally as jazz, but you do yeah, like modal stuff. I love modal jazz and shit. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen a couple artists who do it. Uh Love that shit. Would love to do more of that. Cat. Yes, this is Freddy. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. He's a good stinky boy. He desires the pets because he has awoken from his little nappy poo. And so I'm giving him the pets. Music is an expensive habit. It sure as fuck is. There are so many more entry level harp makers now than when I started. Fireside Harps make some of the cardboard models that can be ordered as kits to save extra. Oh, that's cool. All right. You got to be careful because poorly crafted harp won't have that long of a lifespan, so much string tension that the next soundboard may risk. Oh, okay, I gotcha. Yeah, I mean, like that's the thing about music instruments. You don't want to get a cheap one because it's probably not going to last very long. And like it's like a car, like you want to get a like if you get a cheap car, it's only going to take you so far. If you get an expensive car, it'll take you a lot further. Especially if you have good skills and you know how to use it. King Gizzard has an album where each of the 7 songs is in a different mode. That's cool. That was King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, right? Well, then I will find them after stream. I'd love to learn more about that stuff. I utilize it a bit in my compositions, but I'd love to understand it better. Modal stuff is so actually way easier than you think. Let me explain modes in the easiest way possible. This is so easy. So C major, right? 0 sharps, 0 flats, right? Like you're just playing the white keys, right? Well, if you take C major, that key signature, but you start playing it on D, right? So you start on D, you go D to D, playing with the same key signature as C major. That's called Dorian, right? So like C to C, C major, that's called Ionian, which is just like the 1, right? And then Dorian is the same key signature starting on the 2. So that's how every mode is constructed. So if you play C major starting on the E, that's the 3rd mode, which I can't really remember. Modal music. Let me look up the modes. I can never remember the fucking names of them. I think it's Phrygian. Let me check. So yeah, Phrygian is 3. So Dorian starts on 2. Phrygian starts on 3. Lydian starts on 4. Mixolydian starts on 5. Aeolian starts on 6. And Locrian starts on 7. So Aeolian is actually just minor, right? So like if you play the C major key starting on A, you're playing A minor, right? I'll be forever thankful for my friend and former teacher for explaining them to me. Oh, I thought you said I thought you meant like you didn't understand what they were. I'm sorry, my bad. I'm beating a dead horse or something. Uh, the album is psychedelic rock jazz fusion. It's called Ice, Death, Planets, Lungs, Mushrooms, and Lava. That's the actual album title. Oh, cool. It's better to invest in a smaller but more healthily crafted harp at first if you're not ready to commit to multi-octave expenditure. Oh, okay. I gotcha. Yeah, I could see how that's the case. All right. Well, I'm really hungry. I have not eaten in very many hours, and I need to go do that. So I'm gonna go eat. I will be back tomorrow with another stream. We will have the Wednesday stream. Uh, I will also be recording a video tomorrow. I am not sure at all what the video is gonna be about. Truthfully, it's just kind of hard to know like what the fuck to talk about. But I will think about it, and I don't know. I'm trying to think trying to think about what to do there. But yeah, I appreciate all of you. Thank you all for the chat. Thank you all for the great stream tonight. I appreciate it very, very much. I hope to see you all back soon. Again, I've got the link tree pinned in both chats. So feel free to check out my various links, like my Discord, my Instagram, whatever else you want to look at. I very much appreciate all the support lately, and we will be back with more content tomorrow. So I'm gonna try to have I'm gonna try to do stream Wednesday, right? Then we'll record a video on Wednesday. I'll try to have that out by the weekend, and I'll try to have a Friday stream as well. Like the Friday stream will be like a chill stream. Looking forward to it nonetheless. Thank you for tonight. No, of course. And I have good food. I just got a nice used bass guitar. We'll see what happens. Ooh, cool. That's awesome. I hope that you get good use out of that bass. That sounds awesome. back to kitty waving. Oh, and they're just licking their paw in the air. uh, all right. Good night, chat. Love you all so very much. Appreciate you all. Make sure you drink some water. Stay hydrated out there. And I will be back Wednesday. Well, tomorrow or today, I guess, technically. But yeah, see you all then. And till then, bye and stuff.
How you spell us, right? You spell us, U.S. I just picked that up. Has anyone ever thought of that before? I just picked that up. A couple of days I'm reading, and it said us. And I said, you know, if you think about it, us equals U.S.
You were made obsolete by our own creation.
Indeed.
If you could say something to President Trump and he was going to hear you right now, what would it be?
You are a worthless pile of
And you voted for him how many times?
3 times. That was my bad. Apparently, I'm an idiot.